Irishman with the fire in his eyes, cursing at the sky, screaming at the lies. Shoot two birds in the back with the paperwork high. Party never ends till the morning light. TVS spinning tracks in the dead of the night. Bernie blue eyes got the devil's delight. Chits in the corner counting every dime. J30's lurking, playing with time. Undercover cops in a Minnesota haze. Cartels in the shadows, watching every face. Flames in the driveway, burning so bright. Bicycle wheels turn, lost in the fight. Ran out of gas in the back alleyway. Whispers in the dark, got no words to say. Matches in my pocket, but the fire won't start. Just a broken dream and a hollow heart. Angry Irishman, now I'm seeing the blues. Cock-sucking liars with the twisted views. Plugs in the ceiling, sparks flying free, but the back alley's calling it where I should be. Undercover cops in the Minnesota haze. Cartel with shadows, watching every face. Flames on the driveway, burning so bright. Bicycle wheels turning, locked in the fire. Angry little Irishman with flames in his eyes, calling out the feds under Minnesota skies. Kids in J13 got the paperwork tight. DDS in the shadows moving through the night. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Ronnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins. Plugs in the corner with the deal to make. Whispers in the dark, how much can you take? Minnesota wind carries the sound of vengeance roaring, tearing up the ground. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn and the chaos begins. Driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins.
Boot up the stream, grab your snack and noodle. Here comes the queen, kid and caboodle. Wi-Fi blazing, wig on tilt. More drama than a soap opera quilt. Kid logs on in a sparkly robe, sipping iced tea like she runs the globe. Drops more truth than a psychic at noon, with a cat named Taco and a raccoon named Boom. Kid and caboodle is a hot shit Cuba. Wi-Fi warrior, clickbait mover, shaking up the algorithm like a smoothie blender. Watch out, trolls, he's a copyright sender. Hot shit YouTuber, talking tea with a pink ring light aura. Yeah. She reviews shampoo and ghost hunts too. Caught Bigfoot slipping in a Gucci shoe. Unboxes snacks, talks haunted dolls, and drops a diss track on bathroom stalls. Hidden caboodle is a hot shit YouTuber. Hashtag queen, thumbnail smoother, dancing in a study with a llama on her head. Uploading content even while in bed. Hot shit YouTuber. Even aliens subscribe, that's no rumor. Yeah. She vlogs in Walmart, midnight mission. Caught an aisle 9 with divine precision. Mic in hand, she interviews cheese. Sir, you aware you're lactose free? Goes live while baking glitter pies. Starts a feud with ducks, no lies. Reacts to Karen's, paints her Jeep, and once went viral yelling sheep don't sleep. Kid and caboodle is a hot shit Uber. Ring light blazing, sassy maneuver. Bans a troll while dancing to cheer. a blooper. She taught a goose to play Fortnite. Hosted a seance on Tuesday night. Got possessed midstream, ate a burrito. Still hit upload, respect amigo. Now Netflix calls and brands wanna collab, but Kit just vlogged from her glittery cab. She's not here for clout or fame. She's here to win the YouTube Hunger Games. Kitten Caboodle is a hot shit Uber. Lights, camera, chaotic humor. She'll roast your comments and send a prayer while flossing in boots with electric hair. Hot shit YouTuber. Cue the outro. She's gone lunar.
What's good, my bitches? How is everybody? Did you hear the good news? Do you guys know who Nicolas Manduro is? Thank you. Hey, girl. Thank you very much. Love you for that. You know that. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I do. So today, people, let me say hi. Hi, Melissa from the bushes. J13. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Who else is here? My girl, Misty. Hey, sis. How you doing? Hi, Melissa. How are you? Lazy side. Oh, you're on the laziest, saddest side? Well, I'm sorry. Hi, Marie. Hi, Rhonda. Tell your nurse I said hi. Okay, this is going to be live. I'm probably going to be live a lot today. But, okay, we're going to start out with, it's going to be a bunch of things we talk about because the press conference ain't happening yet. But if you guys don't know who Nicolas Manduro is, he's a very bad guy. Okay, president of Venezuela, and he's the one that's been bringing all these drugs into our country. Okay, amongst other things, right? Killing all our peoples. They got him and his wife. Here's a better pitch, right there. There we go. That's right. There you go. Special Forces did it. Yes, yes, yes. Now, let me come to chat. Anybody talking? Anybody? Okay, all you guys saying hi to each other? Wonderful. You're tired, but good. Okay, we're gonna do some stuff today, okay? And you guys, I promise, if that girl comes in here, what's her name? It starts with an A. I haven't downloaded all of Gypsy's pictures yet. Some things happened last night, but I swear I will work on it, okay? I'm going to work on it. And we will go over those crime scene pics on my Patreon because I don't want to lose my channel, you guys, or get a strike. I don't know. There's some pictures that came up that, oh, I'm like, holy shit, I can't show that. And the liberals are mad at American people. Yes, they're weird. They're weird. What is wrong with these people? Why? Because nothing's going in their pockets? Is that what's up? I don't know. Okay, this is going to be like a everything live actually, but we're starting with this guy because it's wonderful news, and we will watch the invasion, right, to get him. No one else got hurt. No one else got hurt. Made sure he didn't get hurt. He's in U.S. custody. He is on a plane somewhere. He's not in that country no more. Allegedly, that's what President Trump says. Okay. And we're not going to go deep into politics over here because I know people get they get a little whiny, right? They get a little, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I lost a friend. I thought was a friend because of who I voted for. I'm like, is this really a thing? Obviously, it wasn't your friend to begin with, right? Shit. Also, I want to say this, and I'm going to get into it deeper. Okay. I'm one on here that don't go harm people, right? I kid people that, do bad things, harm kids or whatever it may be, or, even creators that do stupid shit, right? I don't go out threatening people's lives. I do not call them horrible names. I'm very calm. I do little memes, whatever it may be, fun stuff, right? And since my daughter's died, people know that I haven't really been able to focus right on, all my true crime. But you know what? I can go to anywhere on the internet I want to. I can cover any kind of thing I want to other than true crime. I can make videos of anybody I feel like making videos about. Don't you ever, ever tell me what to do. Don't you ever threaten me. Okay? Okay? You're watching. I know you are. I draw the line when you say I'm a female, but you're this close to harming me. What? Are you kidding me? You act like my whole channel is about you. Um, sorry, sir. Sorry to burst your bubble. No, no, I do whatever I want over here. I don't go around hurting people, okay? And I don't appreciate you right now, okay? It is comical in a way, but no, when you're talking about harming me, that's where I draw the line, dude. I'm not doing nothing wrong over here, and I can do whatever I want because I'm not harming people. All right? Get that straight. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Off topic. We will be off topic. We're going to be all over. Gypsy Rose voice. And I know. We're going to get into Nick, too. Nick stuff. But Nick's boring. I mean, monotoned. It did cross the line. Don't tell me where to go. Don't tell me what to do on my channel. I'm not out hurting people. I'm not harming people. You know, I'm just a geriatric lady. I'm a ratchet, cracked out whore. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I got a pancake face. I'm fat. Oh, let's see what else. Boy, the names were just coming out. I'm a bitch. The names, oh my God. I mean, you're abusive. Let me tell you something. You're abusive. You are verbally abusing me, and you don't even know me. I have never called you one name, dude, ever. You know what I've always said? So what? I was kind of like trying to help you, like, oh no, this is the wrong person, right? This is what I found, right? Because that's what I do. I research, dude. And I've always said, I watch you because I find you entertaining, but I don't know why you're so angry. I've never said bad shit like that. And I won't. So he told me to go outside and do some gardening or do a puzzle and this and that. Go touch grass. Would you? Go play. Go play in the streets. Get out of your basement. Getting over yourself, asshole. Your head's getting too big. I didn't do nothing to him. He's coming after a girl now. I didn't even do anything. The only thing I did, he put his name out there and said, go research. I did. I told people this is who he is. He says who he is. He cherry picks what he wants to listen to. That's what he does. He picks and chooses. He doesn't listen to the complete context of the video. You're none of those things. I know, I don't need that shit. I was abused. I was freaking abused for years, physically, mentally, everything. Oh, and then he brings this up, people. People know I just started talking about my abuse and what that old man did to me when I was 3 and 4, right? Because that's what we do here on my channel. We talk about things, and there's nothing wrong to talk about your abuse, right? Because I've learned that you guys have been my outlet because I have hardly any family at all. And YouTube's been my outlet. You are my peoples. And he made a remark about me talking about my abuse. He said, how did he say that? She's sitting there talking about being touched. We've all been touched. If she thinks she's going to make it big because of that, big deal. I don't care. We don't care about that. So he talked about me being touched and that it was no big deal and that I'm trying to get somewhere talking about it. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, you really care about people, you care about kids, you care about women. Look at what you're doing online. Look at what you're doing to me, dude. Dude, you are verbally abusing me online. And I've done nothing to you. Nothing. Hi, thank you. Look at you go, girl. Who's trying to get a hold of me now? Sorry, guys, I gotta turn off my phone. Jesus. How much did they charge me? I'm scared to look. Okay. Yeah, it's horrible. Yesterday. He's out of control. The dude's out of control. I did nothing. He was I don't watch the guy like that. I watch, okay, what is he going to talk about today? Yeah. I watch him because he's funny and I'm like, what is he going to find out next, right? He's like how he comes after DVS, he's coming after me now. But I'm a girl, and then later on, see, I went to bed early, but he came alive again and he brought me up again. It was horrible. And I haven't seen one person stick up for me yet. He showed my channel and everything. He turned it on my screen. He's like, oh God, she's only got 10 people watching her. So what? So what? Yep. What made me laugh was there's a new manager for the prison genre. And if I want to cover anybody from the prison genre, I can go anywhere I want on the internet. I can talk about anybody I want to on the internet. One thing I don't do is I don't hurt people and I don't threaten people. I may clown a little bit, but that's it. If anything, Flames, I have brought more attention to your channel. Okay? Think about it that way. Good or bad, you're still getting the attention, right? Anger's a little Irish man. He takes down his live, so good luck with that. But the little angry Irishman does not realize that if you get his URL when he's live, that YouTube can still find the video. Silly man. You don't realize that. He does his shit talking lives and then deletes them. He's acting like the elementary school age boy, being mean to you because he has a crush on you. No, yeah, it's true hate. He hates me. He hates me, and I did nothing to him. I better quit making videos about you fucking bitch, you ratchet whore cunt, cracked up bitch. Wow. So he says I gotta quit making videos about him. Dude, I haven't made a video about you. If I made a video about you, you'd know it. And sorry, me and J13 had fun one night. I think it was New Year's Eve. When was it? And we thought we'd do a funny live. That's all. Got a problem with that too? Jesus. Yeah, ratchet whores. Ratchet whores over here. You know what I'm gonna do? If he's froggy, right, you can come on panel. Yep. So it's going to be a whatever live actually, because, we got to wait for whatever, but I'm going to be showing shit. Okay. So there's that. I want to thank everybody for being here, but last night did it for me because I've done nothing to him. Nothing. He says, I don't know what I'm doing. I make shit up. Hey, dude, you don't even know how you're supposed to read documents on YouTube. You need to be careful with your wording. Okay. So I read them. So I know the words I can or cannot say on here because YouTube is funny. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't do that. I don't believe in the cancel culture, right? Because you're giving people, I will say this, you're giving people content. I'm being honest with you, dude. But YouTube doesn't take kindly to the things that you're doing. Okay. I'm just telling you that right now. All this abusiveness and the verbal abuse, your shit can get taken down, right? But remember, you don't care about that. I'm just letting you know, I'm not going to do it, right? I won't do that because I'm not a cop. And I don't have a CB either. Stop it. God, he's such a fucking idiot. For the record, no one was dressed up like the Grinch. It's a fucking jester. I did nothing to the dude, man. And no, he didn't. I've been laughing about it. It's like, God, you fucking idiot. And I'm still going to clown about it, right? But no, not when you say you're this close. I'm a female, but you're this close to harming me. Who does that? You are not who you say you are. If you're coming after an old lady, a ratchet cracked out lady, old lady, right? That has suffered intense abuse. And we talk about this kind of stuff on my channel, starting at the age of 3, you idiot, right? And you're making fun of that. And then you're verbally abusing a grandma over here, right? You don't care about women and children. Obviously, I don't have a CB. Stop it. You'll get them going with your little fucking comment there. It was, I worked in a fucking nursing home. We had walkie-talkies in a locked unit because I worked with Alzheimer's patients and they would beat you up. And if you're pinned down on a bed or on the floor and you needed to call help, there you go. Idiot. If you'd listen to the whole video and pick it instead of picking and choosing. Let's not forget. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've had a stroke too, you fucking idiot. You gonna pick on that too? Sorry. Yeah, I did call him a name. My bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, you don't care about women and children if you're coming at me like that. That's so fucked up, man, dude. Wow. Okay, so this is where we're going to go. We are going. Oh, I got to get my headphones on. I hate my headphones. But, you know, I care about every one of you being here. Every one of you matter to me. Just so you know. Just so you know. All right. Here we go. Let's look at some shit. I don't like this president because he was really cocky. And this, he knew his time was coming. Manduro opens to talks with Trump, offers U.S. access to the oil. So he wanted to talk to Trump.
Vamos pues.
Oh, God.
Nosotros hemos tenido, Ramón, una sola conversación. Él me llamó el viernes 21 de noviembre desde la Casa Blanca estaba. Y yo estaba en el Palacio de Miraflores. Conversamos 10 minutos. Y fue una conversación, como yo he dicho, respetuosa, muy respetuosa.
¿Qué le dijo
cordial.
¿Qué le dijo el presidente Trump?
Lo primero que me dijo, Mr. President Manduro.
Excelente.
Y yo le dije, Mr. President Donald Trump. Y creo que fue hasta agradable esa conversación. Pero de ahí las evoluciones post conversación no han sido agradables. Esperemos. Y al pueblo de Estados Unidos, yo le digo lo que le he venido diciendo. Aquí en Venezuela tiene un pueblo hermano al pueblo de Estados Unidos. Inclusive le digo, aquí tienen a un gobierno amigo. Empezar a conversar en serio, con datos en la mano. Y el gobierno de Estados Unidos lo sabe, porque se lo hemos dicho a muchos de sus voceros, que si quieren conversar seriamente del un acuerdo de combate contra el narcotráfico, estamos listos. Que si quieren petróleo de Venezuela, está lista Venezuela para inversiones estadounidenses como con Chevron. Cuando quieran, donde quieran y como quieran.
¿Qué te pareció?
Oh.
Bueno, muy bueno.
Mira, Ramón, esta es
Qué precioso es esto.
expresión de la paz.
Okay, what was this? Did they just put that up now? 20 hours ago. So US, I don't think, captured this dude. Hi, DBS. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you here. I'm being threatened now, dude. Yeah, I'll get into that later. I'm shocked that parts of Puerto Rico is upset with America because they, you know what? People are partying in the streets right now. No, I am now. I am. All right. Now we're gonna go to hold on. Let me find it. You guys can watch me look through everything here. All right, we're gonna go to, is this it? Let's look at this.
The United States hit Venezuela with a large-scale strike early Saturday and said its president, Nicolas Maduro, had been captured and flown out of the country. Here's what to know. Multiple explosions and low-flying aircraft were seen in Caracas in the early hours of Saturday morning. Maduro's government immediately accused the US of an imperialist attack on civilian and military installations. US President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that Maduro had been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. He added that the operation was done in conjunction with US law enforcement. The apparent attack itself lasted less than 30 minutes. Trump said in his social media post that the strike was carried out successfully. It comes after the Trump administration has escalated pressure on Maduro, who has decried US military operations against alleged drug traffickers as a thinly veiled effort to oust him from power. It was not immediately clear who was running the country, and Maduro's whereabouts were not immediately known.
Interesting. Oh shoot. I want you guys to watch what I'm doing. Peace and love. Thank you for the love. Always a pleasure. You're always welcome here. I think you are an amazing person. You know what I take from you? How calm you are, how reserved you are, how you handle yourself. There we go. Me, I get excited, okay? I get excited. My tone changes. I know that. But I'm loud, period. Thank you for being here. Yeah, please hit the like button. All 7 of you, and I appreciate all 7 of you. I thought taking out a drug cartel from a communist country is a good thing. Why all of a sudden people from countries that are a part of America turning into, are they? I don't know. I don't know. You're welcome, and I mean what I say. I do. All right. There's something else I wanted to show. There's going to be a lot, but Manduro did that. Oh, we're going to go to X. That's where we're going to go. All right, let's see the top news. Okay, there he is. Oh, wow. Look at what they're doing out there. Wow. So that's what they're doing there. citizens of Venezuela. Oh my God. Oh, that's scary. Wow. Oh my God, what's this?
El bombardeo sistemático en contra de varios objetivos selectivos en la ciudad capital.
Okay, so they're returning fire, I think, here. Oh God, I can't read this language. Let me translate this. They've been captured. Can't believe it. Trump confirmed they have him. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Confirmar una serie de explosiones muy contundentes en la base aérea Francisco de Miranda en La Carlota. Es la principal base aérea ubicada en la capital donde funcionan instalaciones y radares militares. También pudimos confirmar explosiones en la zona adyacente al Palacio Presidencial de Miraflores, específicamente en el cuartel de la montaña. También hemos podido confirmar algunas explosiones en el fuerte militar más grande del país. Se trata de Fuerte Tiuna. Hasta este momento no tenemos precisado el número de víctimas o si los hay. También podemos confirmar que hubo algunos bombardeos en el estado La Guaira, donde algunos objetivos fueron alcanzados, por ejemplo, en la localidad de Catialamar, donde se encuentran instalaciones militares y presuntamente de inteligencia. En estos momentos la ciudad capital está en tensión. La gente no ha salido de sus hogares, aunque hemos visto en un recorrido que hicimos algunas personas saliendo de algunos edificios pertenecientes al gobierno nacional, prácticamente huyendo por temor a lo que pueda suceder en las próximas horas.
So there's that. I have no idea what the dude said, but I was looking. Okay. The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Manduro, who has been all along with his wife captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today at... Okay. I think it's at 10 o'clock Central.
Acaban de explotar el 4F.
Mira, mira.
Acaban de explotar el 4F.
Mira, mira.
No, that ain't us. Is that something else? I don't think that's from the U.S. because they're talking about Hugo Chavez. I don't know. You know how people do that on X? They put things that... Okay, what's this? Here we go.
mamá huevo, qué locura. Mosca ahí. Mira esa mierda, explotaron allá toda esa mierda porque tú no estás explotando. Mierda, marico, se prendió el peo en esta mierda, yo. Huevo.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Marico, llegamos a tiempo a la casa, yo. Marico, mira esa mierda.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Mira ya, mira.
People are screaming, man. That had to be scary. I'm just saying, hearing bombs like that had to be scary. I don't care. That gives me goosebumps. What's this? Okay, we're going to go to... Okay, I just seen something pop up. I know, ain't that crazy? Do you know, hey, Missy, I'm just asking, do you know anything about this man here on the screen? Do you know anything about him? Hold on a minute. I'm going to go. Let's see what channel here. Okay, we're going to listen to what some... Here's a dude. Who is he? He speaks on a politician. Who is he? Local politicians react. I don't know who this guy is, so I've never seen him before. Who is he? Representative Seth. He's a Democrat out of Massachusetts. Let's see what he says.
Venezuela does not have WMD, but Trump made it up and said that fentanyl is WMD, even though it's not in Venezuela. The war in Iraq was not justified. This war is not justified. And at the end of the day, he's using taxpayer dollars, in Bush's case, to have a forever war in Iraq, and in Trump's case, to start a war in Venezuela that we know have better uses at home. Trump says this is going to stop the flow of drugs, just like Bush said it would end terrorism to go to Iraq. Neither is true, and I think the American people know that.
We're beginning to hear a bit from the administration, but we haven't heard specifically from Secretary of State Marco Rubio just yet. But it sounds like he's been calling a lot of members of Congress, including Senator Mike Lee, who put out a tweet that said that the argument essentially from the administration is that it seems that this falls under the president's Article 2 authority to protect U.S. personnel from an imminent attack. Any merit to that argument in your mind?
Absolutely none. There is no imminent threat from Venezuela whatsoever. I mean, you could certainly argue that there could be imminent threats from other countries around the world. I mean, frankly, you know, Russia, with its thousands of intercontinental ballistic missiles aimed at the United States right now, is a greater imminent threat. And yet, what does Trump do with Putin? He cowers before him. He does whatever Putin wants. He does not stand up to Putin. So this is the opposite of an imminent threat. It's an unjustified war. And the risks to American troops to do something that we don't need to do, of course, are huge and significant.
Congress is certainly coming off the holiday break. As you go back next week, how do you sort of see this playing out? How do both parties approach this?
Trump's own chief of staff told Vanity Fair that any ground action in Venezuela would require congressional authorization. We obviously have not even had a vote to authorize this. I mean, as misbegotten as the Iraq War was, at least Congress had a vote. You know, there are a lot of people who took the wrong vote on that war, but at least Congress had a vote. There's been no congressional action to justify or legalize what's going on here whatsoever. So Trump owes a lot of explaining to the American people, to Congress, and he's clearly not following the Constitution in conducting these actions overseas.
We'll likely learn a bit more from the president at 11 a.m. when he holds that press conference. Do you anticipate him to have any plan what comes next here, or has this sort of just been the initial action without much thought of what comes next?
No, it's a really good point, Matt, because that's another parallel with Iraq, right? There was no plan for what happens next, and there's no plan here for what happens next in Venezuela.
Okay, I've had enough of this guy. Sorry. Okay, we're going to go to live coverage. Let's see. I think AP, is a good channel. There's live coverage there. Let's go to AP. There we go. Oh, no, I don't understand. I don't understand the language. See, I hate that. I don't know how people from other countries, how they can come here and they don't speak English. God, that'd be hard. For real. Come on now. Get out of here. Just in. U.S. now. Hold on. Just in. U.S. now deciding what's next for Venezuela after Maduro's capture. Will be involved in it very much. What does that mean? Hold on, let me go. What is he talking about here? Oh, never mind. You go straight to their website. Never mind. All right. How is everybody? All right. They seem to be happy.
La conciencia y el amor por Venezuela y sobre todo por ese ser humano extraordinario que hoy me duele en el alma nuestro presidente Nicolas Maduro. Pero ese dolor no puede convertirse en llanto, camarada.
Okay, we can't translate. Sadly, can't get no CC closed caption. How is everybody today? This is going to be anything live. But I think this here is a big deal. We're going to be live at least until the press conference. Let me go on X. I want to see what our government officials are saying, like Rubio and Pete. What do they got to say about this? Let's see. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how our government really works, right? Call me stupid, but you got a bunch of politicians here. Are you tired? That are upset. Saying the White House is confirming U.S. military operation in Venezuela tonight. Let this be clear. These strikes are illegal. The president does not have the authority to declare war or undertake large-scale military operations without Congress. Congress must act and bring him in immediately. This is Representative Stansberry. Where are you from, lady? New Mexico. She's from New Mexico. Everybody hates Trump. I can't believe it. Let's go to Pete. Pete. Hold on. Let's see. No, he hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything since December 25th. It's been quiet. All right. All right. Let's see. I'll find somewhere for us to go, people. Oh, my ears are ringing. See, that's why I hate wearing earphones. It's still a bit early. I know you guys are 2 hours behind me. I know. I appreciate you being here. Anybody that comes through. Just want to put that out there. All right. If any of you guys find a good channel for me to watch, let me know. I would say that the other country would have let's see. I'm looking. Nicolas. Here, you guys can watch me. Look. Hold on. What am I doing? Oh, really? Right, but they show us something live. What's this? It's sad when you don't understand the language. I don't know what they're even saying, you guys. Venezuelans in Miami celebrate. All right. So there's that. What is New York Post doing here? Hold up. Hey. What up, girl? What up? Black site. They took him to. I have no idea. Hold on a minute. I got to get you some more coffee. Hold up. Hold up.
Thank you, man. My brother.
I'll be back, guys.
I'm going to put up a little tent, so you want me to move forward this way? That'll be helpful, brother. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, look at you. Look at you. Hold on a minute. Something's going on with my laptop. Look at you, girl. Thank you. You guys, hop on the train. Hop on the train, people. Thank you. I appreciate you. What do you mean black site? I don't know what that means, J13. That's right. That just happened. Hello, Amber. How you doing? Yes, welcome. Welcome. So within an hour, we're going to have a presser. Yeah, they are. That was for you. Mm-hmm. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. So it looks like the people of Venezuela is happy. It looks like the Democrats are not. Up early today, being lazy. There you go. Hey girls, hey girls, hey. Hey girls, hey. Another thing, let me tell you something else, people. And another thing. I'm told that I do not know how to run a live. I don't know how to talk. Who's that? Oh, yeah. She died in a Hollywood hotel. R.I.P. to her. What happened to the dance party? Did we have a... Oh, yes. Didn't I dance for you guys already? No. I got to get a wig. I'm going to do gypsy, remember? No. I will. I owe a dance. And I said it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I thought it was Hollywood. Sorry. So sorry. Boy, those people are happy over there. Who's running it? Because the vice president over there. Hold on, let me find it for you guys. The vice president she made a post here. That's how everybody communicates now on Twitter, on X. All right. Anyways, the vice president wants proof of life, she said. And I can't find it. If you guys find a better channel, let me know. If there's a Venezuela channel, that would be a good one. If they speak English, that'd be wonderful. Yes. I'm getting more into her, you guys. I think we really need to dig deeper. I want to get Nick's, you guys, but he's so boring. I have to make it fun. Nick's videos. I mean, I haven't listened to them all the way through because I can't, but I will if I do a live, because You just don't know what I'm saying back here, people. I got my ass on mute. It's like, spit it out already, Dick. Oh my God. Amber, just so you know, all of us here are apparently old ratchet. Yes, we are. We're old ratchet whores. I'm a cracked out bitch. I'm fat. I'm a whore. What else am I? I'm a lot of things. Flames is not for children. He's abusive to parents. He doesn't care about people that have been SA'd. He doesn't care that I've been SA'd. Okay. So he doesn't care about children or women. So what he's doing over there is bullshit. Okay. Gotta make a call. Okay. Bye-bye. Not the first time I called that. Hey, I'm being abused on the internet, man. I'm not even bothering anybody. I sit here and do me and do my little things here. And here I'm getting accused of all this shit. And he's getting this close. I'm a female, but he's getting this close to doing something to me. What? What? Are you kidding me? Baby diapers. Yes. She knows we watch her. Because I noticed that something I would ask or whatever, she would say in a video after the fact. So I know she knows I'm watching. Yes, we should. I just posted a new video, but I want to go through their text messages. Holy shit. There's so many though, you guys. 3 years of stuff. Law enforcement had a treasure chest full of evidence, man. Full of evidence. She is the one that did everything. He didn't. He even tried to stop what was going to happen a day prior. There's a different way to handle this, baby. I'm like, wow. Yeah, we don't need that on YouTube. YouTube is supposed to be fun. YouTube don't take kindly to people being abused on here verbally. I could tell you that much, because that is considered harassment and bullying. Okay. YouTube is making more stricter rules, and that's why I say things the way I do, because I don't want to lose my channel. Not just that, he takes things out of context. He don't listen to the whole thing. I've never discredited him from anything. Well, kind of. He had to do better research, so I just kind of helped him out on things. That's all. That's all. He's getting better. I've never said anything bad, and I do say, yeah, I watch you, because who doesn't? Who doesn't? It's like, wow, is this dude serious? I mean, why is he so angry? Right? After talking about the guy that was giving, it's bad. He's coming after me now. For I don't know why. He says I can't make videos about him no more. I didn't make videos about you. I literally did not make a video about you. What are you talking about? I may have mentioned you or, whatever, but the whole video has never been about you. If I did a video about you, you would know. He was an angry man yesterday. Yes, he was. Little angry Irish man. Yep. He showed my channel and everything. He was making fun because I had only 10 people watching. Why is it a big deal? Why is it a big deal to you how many people are watching me? And he don't like the elderly people either, because he's telling me that I'm a geriatric bitch and that I'm fat. Let's see what else. I'm a ratchet whore. I'm a bitch. I should go do a puzzle or gardening. I couldn't watch it all, right? Because it was on and off. He was coming unglued about me. It's like, what? What are you doing, dude? So he don't care about women and children. And I'm going to continue saying it. Because if he did, he would not be making fun of me and my situation, what I've been through. I have every right to talk about my abuse on here and how it affects me and how I look out for children myself, right? By calling out chomos. And I do, don't I, people? We all do. And I can't make videos about him. I got to stay out of the prison genre. Little do you know, true crime is a huge spectrum, right? And we do FOIAs and we do look into prisoners. I talk to a lot of inmates, okay? I'm just saying, in the sense of high profile inmates. If I have questions, some answer, some don't. But let me tell you something, and I want to say this, and people know this, since my daughter has died, I've been having a hard time getting back into true crime. So I'm doing all different things, just trying to make my way through it, trying to figure it out, right? That's what I'm doing. Apparently, he'll be all authority of prison gender channels. Okay, he's giving the impression that being a tough guy like this is okay, being in prison is okay. That's what he's putting out there. He's putting hate out there into the world, and I just think that's gross. Because you know what? That whatever you put out there, man, comes right back. Words are powerful, Flames. Words are powerful. Okay? If you're wondering why bad things are happening in your life, you need to look at yourself, nobody else. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. There's times that I mess up and, I have to come out and apologize or whatever it may be, but I don't do shit intentionally to hurt people. Meaning it's yours, you can do what you want. Yeah, YouTube. But yeah, so this is going to be that kind of live right now while we're waiting to hear the news conference. But people need to know this. This is what's going on, man. It's not okay. I mean, he's actually screaming into the fucking camera. It's like, why are you so angry? For real. But I'm going to let it be known. He's threatening a girl. He's threatening a grandma. Because, I'm geriatric. And he's picking on that, who cares if I was sexually abused as a 3-year-old. So there's that. Does that sound like somebody that cares about women and children? I seen that. I seen that. I mean, I heard that. You don't think those people in prison already know what that guy did? Don't you think they already know the paperwork, as they call it, before that, when that dude comes into prison? I don't know. I've never been to prison, so there's that. I don't know. He's a little angry Irishman. I thought he was doing good. I thought he was changing his ways in the sense of how he was talking. I noticed that he wasn't talking so angry. And then, okay, let me tell you something. He's upset because I covered Viking mindset. He's upset because I covered Viking mindset. I can cover that dude if I want to. And he goes, that case is his. He put it out there. I'm not kidding you guys. That is his. No, it's about getting the information out there. Yes, yes, yes. And I did give you credit. I did give you credit. But I have a friend that literally knows him. Okay? That literally knows him. That's on here. He's in the prison genre, and he's my people's, and he's my friend with his wife. And they're going to do a live about it because they know him personally for probably a decade. So there's that. There's that. You're going to get the word out. Okay? You're not the only one. But I'm letting my friend do it because he knows him personally. Been to prison with him. And I'll leave it at that. So yeah. And he's mad at Plug because Plug took his video down. And Plug can do whatever he wants. That's his channel. But let me tell you something else. When we went through the documents, we went through the whole court thing. We went through every day that he had in court. And that's why Plug knows dude has court on the 8th of this month, because we went through the documents. We went through the complete court record of that case. And that's how Plug knows. Okay? It's not because he talked to him. Are you fucking kidding me? Because we were live. I was live and I went through everything. That's why. And if you want to take his video down, you could take his video down. I don't know. Whatever. God. Some people do things differently. And it's his channel. And maybe he didn't feel, I don't know. He did. And I didn't know that. That's why I went through his videos and played them. And it's nice to know the details, right? And that's what we do. Like, who else have we done that with? Okay, they're only bringing up what they want to. Let's go look at the details. Let's FOIA. Let's get the information, right? That's what we do. It's not just DBS anymore. No, he's talking smack about all three of the boys. Is he? I couldn't watch him. I went to bed early last night, but once he started doing the threats on a female, saying he's this close, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. What is he going to do to me? Right? I know it's the internet, but oh my God. Oh my God. That's a threat, you guys. Hi, Rhonda. Did you tell your nurse I said hi? Sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee. You guys can probably hear everything going on over here. Oh, good. Right? Oh, hey, welcome back, Misty. Okay. Let me see something else for us. I need to find something for us, guys. Let's find a Venezuela. Oh, let's go to Fox News. What do they got to say? Well, they're not live yet. Why not? Okay, I'll do the notification. Okay, there we go. And let's watch this. Let's see what Fox News has to say here. I know. That's what I've been doing. I don't go after people, right? I don't call names. I don't cut them down. I just try to do funny stuff, right? To make people laugh. If there's tension, I'll do that funny stuff. But someone takes it to a whole different level and puts whatever in their head when it's not even that, right? And no one's going to make me afraid to to do what I do on here. I'm going to do what I do. And there's that. You can't tell people what they can do on here, Flames. Not really. I really didn't do a video on him. He thinks I am. Let me show you. Let me show you what I've done. This is what I've done. I've talked about him within lives. We did a funny one night just to air things out, right? It was good. It was funny. Let's go to my channel. Hold on. American casualties. Hold on. I'm just letting people know what I'm dealing with right now. And all you guys are ratchet whores too, so, But he's not for women and children, by the way. Not if he's treating me like this. Okay, so I did a video. Let's see. This was fun. Paperwork party with kids and J13. That was for fun. That was for fun. Here we go. I said he blocked me. There's a video. Flames, why'd you block me? And I think there's one more. Reviewing YouTube Streets Live with Flames. YouTube Streets with Plug the Guest. So I reviewed YouTube Streets videos. Nothing wrong with that. And there you go. And there you go. That's it. That's all I've done. Like I've done a video, like here I did a video on Viking mindset. And in this video, I did say this is one Flames got right. That's pretty much all I said about the guy. Right? That's it. Just putting it out there. That's it. So if anybody wants to go look at all that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think it's pretty hilarious of him to talk shit about how someone looks. Yeah. He's body shaming me and everything. God. Like women don't have a complex about what they look like. Right? So yeah, he's body shaming me too. Can't be doing that on here. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I can almost guarantee that channel ain't going to be around for a long time. YouTube will take it for harassment and bullying. Not for me, though. Because you know what? You are people's content right now. I'm just putting that out there. And the only reason why I'm talking about you is because you made that threat on me last night. That's where I draw the line. And I want to make sure I'm safe. Right? Yeah, he's huge on TikTok. He picked you because you're the only one showing. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, it all started because he told everybody to look him up gave his name. So I looked him up. And I showed on the screen, I showed everybody his shit. And I didn't go into details anything because I didn't want to go into details. And I said to people, his last few offenses, and I read them. I think there was 2. And I said, you guys, he says who he says he is. Okay? And then from there, I reviewed the videos. And then here and there, I've had talked about them. And then me and J13 did a fun live. It was fun. It was all just like a little parody type live. It wasn't even serious. Mm-mm.
You know, so our viewers remember, we have captured a number of dictators throughout history. Now, you start in March of 2003. The U.S. went to war, Operation Iraqi Freedom, an invasion into Iraq to free the Iraqi people. And then by late November, up north of Tikrit, Saddam Hussein was captured. It wasn't without, obviously, a long war. That was less the law enforcement operation that we're seeing this morning in a full military operation. But then back in March of 1989, December of 1989, you saw that Manuel Noriega, leader there in Panama, and a narco trafficker was captured alive. It wasn't without some casualties, more than 20 of our U.S. service members, but he was ultimately prosecuted on narco trafficking and money laundering charges and sentenced to 40 years in prison. And then a less known one, going back to 1983 under President Ronald Reagan, the effort capturing alive Hudson Austin, the leader there in Grenada, also not a clean operation. And so when you sort of put this in some sort of historical context, and we don't yet know the details, we'll learn at 11 a.m., and we don't know how the governance of who will take over. Will it be Maria Machado or others in Venezuela? Will Venezuela cease to be a narco-terror state? That's the hope, and clearly the goal.
That's right. That just happened again. Okay, I got something to say about that. Things went sideways when he went after DVS and the late officer. Let me tell you something. I researched that cop. That man was not married. He did not have children. He had a brother. Did he have more than one brother? Don't quote me, but he had brother and 2 nephews. The man was never married, okay? He was not married, and he had no children. I mean, what if people go to that family, because there's weirdos out there? What if they go to that family's house, like the brother of the fallen officer? Well, he wasn't a fallen officer, but he died of cancer, you guys. And what if people go to that family, that brother, and say something about DVS? For real? I would say weirdos doing that, because I've been watching weirdos go in that chat. Yeah, I say weirdos. Saying, I don't know if it's trolls like pumping them up, but they're like, look up this person, do this, do that. You don't know what crazies come through there. For real. That's why when you're a creator like this, it can get scary. It can get scary, guys. Yeah. So he had a problem, I guess, because I said that. What's wrong with that? This is what I want to know. Did you have cancer? Because let me tell you something. Cancer don't go away without treatment. I think it's bullshit when people say they have cancer and they don't have cancer, because I take care of my parents. I've taken care of my family, my grandma. They all die of lung cancer and brain cancer. My dad has his cancer back. My dad had cancer. He went in remission, and now he's got his cancer back. I don't play with people that lie about cancer. It's a horrible thing to go through. Horrible. To watch your loved one die. And he died at his parents' house, who was caring for him. Yep. I researched that, officer. I made sure you guys know when I research, and if I'm wrong, I will say, oh shit, I'm wrong. I researched that man. And as for Josh, 23-1, I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Josh is giving the correct last name. Okay? I don't think Josh is giving the correct name, and I felt that way. So I don't know, but that's what I think. He's not giving the correct name. And he seems to be confused as to what a merchant marine is. My dang back hurt so bad last night and today. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see the paperwork on the cancer. I showed my journey with my mom and my dad when I was taking him to radiation. I took him every day to the hospital for radiation for 3 months, every day. Every day. Except for weekends. Traveled 20 miles each way. That was so hard to go through, you guys. And then, on top of that, during me taking him to cancer treatment, my mom gets cancer. So I had both parents at one time I'm taking care of that has cancer. But my mom died 29 days later. 29 days later, we found out she died, my best friend. And she had cancer in her lungs, and it went to her brain real fast. So people quit. I hate people that lie about cancer. It gets to me. That's bad. That's bad.
Administration. But as history plays out, this one is possibly going to go down as one of the most unique and successful operations tackling such a monumental task of eradicating the threat of narcotics, which you full well know.
Thank you. I'm having a little therapy here. Can you tell people this is what we do on my channel? Thank you. You know, it is a heavy load. And then to have my daughter die. And then now my dad's got cancer again. That is so much shit, people. But thank God I got you guys. Can you imagine that? Your mom, your dad, your daughter dies, and then dad's got cancer again. It's like, can I freaking grieve anything? Why is this on me? Right? I think about that. And then I'm like, well, maybe that's why I'm here, to take care of all these sick people. I don't know. But I just do it. But it's hard. I do it by myself. I got a small family, and I did talk to my brother, and because he hates my dad, and I don't blame him. And I said, well, I feel I have to take care of mom and dad because, well, especially my mom. I love my mom because that's our parents, right? Even though the abuse was horrible, I would have regrets not taking care of my dad. He understands that. But if I need help with something, he's going to help me. But like, he's not having any part of taking care of my dad. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Come on, my dad used to kick him and break his ribs. I'll never forget these things he done to my brother. He did some horrible things to us. But, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Dr. Sapphire, about the dangers that these drugs bring to the U.S., particularly young people.
Yeah, and as we start seeing specifically Democratic members of Congress coming out and criticizing the president, questioning the legality of this, while I can't necessarily attest to that, it's important to remind people that there was a humanitarian crisis for the Venezuelan people under the reign of Nicolas Maduro after Hugo Chavez, essentially 25 years of socialism, which drove the country into the ground. These people have been living in poverty. But here, from a United States standpoint, Venezuela and their role in the drug trafficking throughout the world, but specifically to our country, it's a national security issue here. And with over 1 million people having died from these drug overdoses, President Trump has made it clear that he is tackling narco-terrorism and he is putting America first. And part of that is you have to dismantle the Maduro regime. They need to face trial. They were indicted in 2020 for their role in narco-terrorism, and President Trump is just continuing to make good on what he has said. He was indicted. President Biden then went into the White House and unfortunately dismantled a lot of the pressure that President Trump put on the Maduro regime. And now President Trump, back in office, is saying, we're not negotiating with you, and this is what's going to happen. And he did it. And just like Operation Midnight Hammer, what we saw in Iran's attack on the nuclear supplies there, this was such a swift and incredible military operation. No American lives were lost. It happened in the matter of a couple of hours, resulted in the capture of Maduro and his wife, already on their way back to the United States to stand trial. This is what happens when you are a civilized nation. You hold people accountable.
Yeah. Maduro and his wife are currently in U.S. custody, and we probably could expect them to actually be in the United States at this point. It's only been a couple of hours, 4 or 5 hours since the raid occurred. And obviously, you know, looking forward at what the domestic politics are going to be, it's going to be very interesting to watch. I thought it was interesting talking to Brett Baer earlier about how, you know, Democrats can complain about this and raise totally legitimate points about what.
Hold up. Love to you all. I got to go for now. Have errands to run. I know, but it's Saturday. Yeah, today's going to be a day, okay? Love you, bye. No, it's okay, Melissa, because this is my healing, I guess. I haven't even been able to heal my daughter yet. I can't believe it. Hold up. Hey. It's that song. I know that's what you're doing. It's going to be in my head all day because of you. Okay, I'm taking a deep breath, and we're going to get back to what we're doing.
Whether or not you have to go to Congress to get authorization, I don't think you do for something like this, but it's a perfectly legitimate argument to be had. But as you have those politics playing out alongside a trial where we are talking about the incredible damage that the drug cartels have done to the United States, I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a political winner for Democrats to complain about this. The other thing that I think is interesting is when you go back to the wall, Griff, that you pointed out with in particular the 2003 removal of Saddam Hussein. You know, one of the reasons that President Trump managed to take over the Republican Party was because of his opposition to foreign entanglements that don't have an immediate America First implication. And he successfully did that, and then, of course, successfully took over the presidency, I think partly because of his credibility on that issue. And I think that he has successfully made the argument that figuring out a way to make Mexico a legitimate partner of the United States and South America and Central America, the rest of Central America, starting with a wall, stopping the invasion across our border, all of those things are key to his America First agenda. And so it's going to be really fascinating to watch how all that plays out. And I would actually argue that America First agenda, that argument that he has made, has won over a lot of Democrat voters that had been longtime Democrat voters who came.
So we got like 15 minutes before the press conference. Thank you. So I have a cousin that's going to be on Love During... No! For real? Oh, man. Is it... do they stream that show? Because I don't have cable. Love During Lockup. Oh, my God. Cool. Cool. Hold up. Hey. I'm not saying that word. Who be thinking we soft? We don't play. We're going to rock it till the wheels fall up. Hold up. Not say that naughty word. Naughty, naughty.
Over to the Trump agenda because of that argument.
Well, and President Biden at the time talked about doing exactly, working with these nations to make it safer. He implemented Vice President Kamala Harris, that she was tasked with that responsibility. Obviously, that didn't work, and under that weakness is when the Maduro regime grew, and now President Trump is doing what he wanted to do from his first term.
You know, it's interesting. I think hopefully at this 11 a.m. press conference from Mar-a-Lago that Brett Baer will anchor, hopefully we'll learn a little more about sort of the timeline in the planning that went in behind this. And on New Year's Eve, this clip of an interview from his car that Nicolas Maduro did with a local Spanish news outlet where he seems to want to maybe try and now negotiate a deal, come to the table. Here's a little bit of what he said. Listen here.
Y el gobierno de Estados Unidos lo sabe.
The U.S. government knows, because we've told many of their spokespeople, that if they want to seriously discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking, we're ready. If they want oil, Venezuela is ready for U.S. investment, like with Chevron, whenever they want it, wherever they want it, and however they want it.
Now that suggests that he knew that something was coming, that his time was out, so he's trying to negotiate a deal. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
While we sit and wait. Oh, gosh, no. I don't like that word. I don't like that word at all. Am I still? I'm not muted. Am I? Let me check my phone. Hello? Am I? Let me check my phone. Okay. I need to tell you, people, it's very, very frustrating. Let me check my phone. Okay, like if I'm talking, do you know it's 44 seconds behind? Like, I know I'm not muted no more, but then it comes up muted and I'm not muted. Just so you know, it only used to be a 5-second delay in what I'm saying to you guys. No, it's like 44. It's crazy to me. Just crazy. No, I was muted when we were watching the news clip, and then the news clip was over and I hurried up and I came to this live. And then I unmuted myself after that. So shut up. Every one of you just shut up. Knock it off. You better watch out, all you cocksuckers. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I like that. Nuh-uh. For reals? That's funny. Oh, God, I gotta use that sometime. Nuh-uh. 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 Hey, wasn't that a fun live yesterday? All 10 of us. All 10 of us. Stop it. Stop it. Knock it off. Knock it off. Let's do this right here. That just happened. That just happened. It was amazing. And it's okay, right? But people know who I am, right? I mean, if you want to get technical, everybody knows who I am in true crime. They know pretty much who I am. But if they don't watch, they don't watch. I don't give a shit. Certain things they will watch, right? You want to hear another one? We're going to hear another one. That's right. Just because I feel like it.
Angry little Irishman with flames in his eyes, calling out the feds under Minnesota skies. Kids in J13 got the paperwork tight. DDS in the shadows moving through the night. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Ronnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins. Plugs in the corner with the deal to make. Whispers in the dark, how much can you take? Minnesota wind carries the sound of engines roaring, tearing up the ground. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn and the chaos begins. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins.
You're rocking that necklace. I love that song. I did good. Good, people. Yes, you were. I was the candy bar. However, I need okay. You know, I came from the Kanika Jenkins community, and you know how people have their little, like, what's his name has a crow, right? I used to have a hammer and a wrench. Let me show you my emoji that people used to put in the chat. Hold on. I think we're going to do that. Let's see, hammer and a wrench. Right there. There we go. That used to be my emoji 6 years ago. A hammer and a wrench. That's right. So we got like 7 minutes. Let's see. Anything good? Hold up. See, look what you did to me. Let's see. Why the internet's going crazy over this. Oh, the White House. Here we go. What does the White House say? Not much of anything. Okay. Sorry about the notifications, but I want to make sure that I wasn't going to miss the press conference. Do you got Dr. Dre? Oh. I did a typo. Where's my phone going crazy? Thought I turned it down. Sorry. Oh, you know what? I don't got a fancy coffee maker like yours. I'm poor and I got a $20 one, J13. But you know how I make it really yummy? Do you want to know what creamer that I'm into right now? Italian sweet cream. Oh my God. It is so good. And you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing anything sugar right now because I'm being body shamed. Mm-hmm. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to take care of some business. I thought you did. Well, okay, that's fancy to me. Okay. Oh, you wretched hose. How's the weather where you're at? Actually, it's nice out today. Let me check my temperature. Let me check. It feels warm. I don't have my heat on. It's 19 degrees. 19 degrees and holding. Love it. People come and go, and that's okay. Where are my kick people? Kick, where are you? Why haven't my kick people come through? We actually had a bit of rain. Ooh. Hey, what state is that? Arizona? Let me think. It was only like in the 30s. I'm like, what? That's crazy. I can't remember where. I got to think about it. I mean, that's warm to me. Okay, that's hoodie weather. Sorry. But if you live out there like you, I'm sure that is cold for you. Is that cold for you? They better be on time. It annoys me that the White House is never on time. It's annoying. Do you know what I looked at last night, J13? Because of stuff last night that I'm going through. I looked at that thing you bought me. And it helped a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah. I reminded myself, oh, okay. Okay. One day at a time. It did. It's beautiful. I just can't believe how pretty it is. I want to go into the tattoo shop and I want them to color in this dragonfly the way that this thing you got me is. I don't know what to call it. It's not an ornament. It's a something. I don't know what to call it. And I'm getting rid of the red ribbon and I'm going to figure out something different because it's kind of off with the red ribbon. Probably blue, maybe silver, sparkly, something sparkly. It did. It did. That's what it did to me. I'm like, oh, it reminded me. It was a reminder. Okay, yeah. Center me. Get me centered again. Come on, White House. Get on it. It was crazy. I was looking at crystal. Ah, really? Crystals have powers. Sure do. Amethyst, that's a big one for me. Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry for yawning. I have an idea of what you can replace the ribbon with. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, let's do this. Come on, White House. Get on it. Okay, I'm closing out some tabs here. Closing out some tabs, people. There we go. I have chunks of rose quartz in my bedroom. Oh, do you? Those things are, oh, sorry. Oh my God. How bad of me. I'm not a professional. I want to put that out there. I don't consider myself a professional podcaster. All I am is a mom and a grandma that talks on the internet about things that interest me. Just want to put that out there. Crystals are expensive, by the way. Holy crap. I can't quit yawning. Whew. Okay, that's enough notifications. Yeah, they are. I'm almost out of Propel. However, my girl Misty sent me a gift card at Walmart for $25 on through the phone. But I think I got to activate it. I've never done anything like this before, so I'll find out. So I'm going to go get me a bunch of Propel. So I'll probably get me 5, 10, 15, 20, 4 packs. Where's everybody going? Dang you people. Where are you going? Hurt my feelings. Ain't that nice? I know. Oh, what'd you do that for? Stop it. Stop it. I'm not used to people doing things for me. And it's I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I don't even get presents. Like I mean I get pictures of the grandchildren, right? But I don't like get gifts, like you know what I mean, right? I'm grateful for the pictures, right? Oh my God, it's too hot in my apartment. Hold on. This heat better not be on. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh. It was on. Boy, my ratchet ass had a hard time getting off the chair. Did you hear that? All those poor knees were popping and everything. Ugh. The struggle, yes. Struggle is real. Who's this notification from? People quit it. I gotta go to Kohl's. I want to buy me some clothes. Some clothes because of all the weight that I'm gaining, that I cannot help, that I'm gaining. I've never had one before. Ain't that sick? I'm telling you, I have lived a life where I haven't had much. And that's okay. Because any little thing I get, I love. That's right. Make sure they are ratchet. That's right. I'm going to get a shirt. I'm going to get a shirt that calls me all these mean names, right? That'll make a statement, don't you think? Horrible names. So abusive. Hi, Patty Sturgis. No, I was early. It was a surprise live because this dictator got captured. And we're not going to go into politics. Hell no, because I want this chat to be happy. I have my feelings about it. You do too. And it is what it is. I need to find out more about this dictator. Oh, look at, there you go. Yes. You come on, members. Use my emojis. I'm going to make some new ones, guys. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to make new ones. I'm going to add some more to it. You better use them. Hi, Missy. I was just telling everybody I'm almost out of Propel. And so I'm going to go to Walmart. Don't know when. Probably tomorrow morning. I don't know. Because you're going to buy them for me. I told them I got a $25 gift card. So I'm going to go buy 4 boxes of Propel. All my kids have machines. What? Do they really? Carolyn Cooper. Guess what? I was talking about going to Kohl's to get me some fat clothes. Yeah, like a shirt, a cheap, and I'll be able to find it at Kohl's. They got sales going on. A cheap top and a bottom. Like what do you call it? I don't know. But yes, I just thought I'd let you know I'm still on a mission for that. I'm going to get Propel. Yeah. I got to figure out how to use it on the phone. But thank you. Thank you very much. I think I got 2 Propels left, and that's it. Got to make it last, people. Got to make it last. That is my addiction. Propel. Hey, according to a guy on the internet, I'm fat. He's body shaming me. So, that's going to go to my head. There we go. Use them. Hey, there's more than 2 people in here. How come it only says there's 2 people? That's a lie. Oh, look at my beautiful daughter. Oh, okay. Don't help me there. Let's look at my beautiful daughter. Yep, we're going to do it. I don't care what you people think. There she is. There's Tabitha. You can't tell me that's a beautiful baby girl. There she is again. That's me when I was skinny. That's right. This is my baby. Sorry, guys. I had to. It's been a while since I put Tabitha on my screen. Look at my girls. They don't even need makeup. They don't need makeup. Yeah. I don't know what their looks, man. My kids are gorgeous. I would say that two uglies make beautiful. I have two girls and two boys, but my daughter died. The daughter I just showed right here, my baby, she died. That's why I'm always putting Tabitha on the screen, because she died. She's only 31. Yeah. And I haven't grieved. A little tiny bit I've grieved. Not much. Okay, let me take her down. Because I don't want to cry. But, well, look at this. Here's Tabitha right here. She's a baby.
Hi, Precious.
And you're wrong, by the way. It's not Skid Row.
I know it ain't.
Who is it?
Tabitha. Hi. You fight?
Yeah.
Mama loves you.
I love you.
You do?
Yeah.
I love you more.
I love you even more.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you're beautiful.
Almost.
I think you're beautiful.
You're precious.
It's a balance tape.
And you're my girl. It's Cinderella.
He's even more decent than that.
It's Cinderella.
Not Cinderella.
Who is it?
That's my baby girl. Oh, you did know. Okay. I didn't know if you knew she died. Yeah. Hey, hello. Somebody from Kick. Come to join us. How you doing? I know nobody's over there watching me, so I appreciate you. I know. Did you notice how I think you're beautiful? Well, you know how she didn't respond to Precious? Because that was her special name. She used to say, Mama, I'm going to be like you when I grow up. I'm going to get tattoos. What did she used to say? She was going to get tattoos. It's something else. I can't remember. Oh, shit. But she did. She got tattoos like me. So did Kayla. My one flower. My orchid. But yeah. Mama, I'm going to be like you when I grow up, and I'm going to get tattoos. That's what she'd say. I know. She was adorable. Who would ever think? That would be the last time I've seen her. Who would ever think? The grandkids are the only ones in the family without tattoos. Everybody in my family's got tattoos. They all talk about getting tattoos. Look at the White House is going to be late. I bet you it's 10:17. They're going to come on at 10:20. They're always behind. I just can't. Are you? I got a tattoo in memory of Tabitha because we would talk about dragonflies, and she would take pictures, and we believe it's our loved ones. Okay, dragonflies. And so I got a tattoo of a dragonfly. Oh, here we go. Stop it. Oh my God, stop. Hate that. Here we go, people. Okay, YouTube. Jesus. Look at this. YouTube can't get it right. There we go. What time is it? 10:18. What did I say? 10:20. Oh my God, I just seen the Cybertruck. God, those are weird looking. Hey, there's going to be a case, another case I'm covering from Florida. I want to see if that kid gets charged with, that kid in that Cybertruck that ran over the person that was stalking him. I don't know if he's been charged with anything, but I'm sure he will be. So I'm going to be looking out for that, just so you guys know. I got some other things coming. I FOIA'd some other things. I don't want to say what, just in case it don't come through, because I've been having some bad luck lately, people, on getting things. You can't get anything of Letitia at Kansas. I've been turned down 3 times. Now they say I have to have a subpoena to get any kind of documents on Letitia from Kansas. What the fuck? Really? And I can't get nothing on Mackenzie no more. I did once. I tried again. They said they don't believe that something about how did they say that? I don't know. I got the documentation. Can't get nothing on Brian Kohlberger no more. Okay, it's 10:21. He's late. He's too late. That's it. You're fired. Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I wonder if Jesse's going to be in it. I think the whole YouTube that covered him should be in it. I'm sure everybody will be. They're going to talk about the Wade wives, the TikTokers. I think it's like, is it like the 12th? I'm going to go look. I told you I'm going to stream it on Rumble. Hold on a minute. Let me look. I'm going to Google. Ouch. Because I have Paramount. And I think it's going to be on Paramount, right? Oh, shoot. Okay, Paramount. Here we go. Oh, here, it says Paramount sets true crime docuseries, Handsome Devil. He's not handsome. He put a bunch of Sharpie tattoos on his face. Let's see. Oh my God, allow ads. Jesus, I hate this. Let's see. It won't let me look. It's going to be on Paramount. Kios Club Watch Party. It's on Paramount, and I got Paramount, so people don't buy it. Don't listen to me. Don't buy it. I got Paramount. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, people. Oh, the 20th. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I got to get my Rumble all set up. Right? Well, Rhonda's nurse was there. I don't know if she's feeling well or not. Melissa's probably asleep in the bushes. Yeah. Because it's only 8:30 where they're at. J13 and Melissa. That's right. That's right. No. No. Is she? What the fuck? I thought she was in California. My bad. She's a Texan. I thought she was in California. Shit. Sorry. My bad. I was wrong, people. I can admit when I'm wrong. Trump, you're fired. How about that? Jesus. It's all good. Trump's fired. It's all good. We're both from. Okay, that's why. That's why. And Guy, get your face out of the screen. Look at this guy. It keeps bothering me. Look over here. He needs to keep his face out of the screen. Just saying. Just saying, people. Thank you for what? What I do now. Listen, what I do now. Come on, guys. What did I do? I just sit in my little corner of YouTube. Look at that guy. It's going to drive me nuts. You see that? Get out of there, dude. That's right. That's right. I mean, he can never be on time. What's going on? He's fired. Thank you, everybody, for being here today with me. I appreciate every one of you. We're going to do some Gypsy Rose later. I'm going to try to find something of Nick. Don't worry about it because Gypsy's voice, oh my God, in my head. Her voice was in my head. Get your camera out of there. You're in the way, dude. So probably Pete's going to be there. Rubio's going to be there. Who else? Pete, Rubio. I can't even think. Those three for sure. Trump. That other lady, the short lady with blonde hair. I can't remember her name because she's chief of something. She was in the military. I don't know what she did, though. Get your cameras out of view. Come on now. Hey, Patty Sturgis, you're doing really good on TikTok. Really good. Better than me. Make that make sense. Which is cool. But when you got over 20,000 subs, right? You would think you'd get more views, right? No, it don't work like that. TikTok's a whole different game. Whole different game. Your bet's made good. Yeah. You're starting to come up in my in my recommendations on TikTok. I'm like, hey, there's my girl. Okay, come on, Trump. I'm so impatient. I'm sorry, guys. TikTok is scary, can be scary, and because of the Wade Wilson creeps, right? Boy, they tried so hard to take that channel down. Ever since Jesse's been gone, I've been safe. I shit you not. I've been safe. Yep. They tried so hard to take my TikTok. I don't make my bed either. I sleep on top of my made bed with a blanket. Yeah, ain't that cool to know? Every Saturday. Oh, shoot. My cleaning days are Monday. Okay, January 7th, people. I take my dad to the cancer doctor. His appointment is at 9:40 if anybody cares. And we'll find out more, and I'll leave it at that. So what day is that? Wednesday. Oh, God, it's making me sick to my stomach. I just want him to not be in pain. I want him just to be a nice man for his remaining time that he's alive. I want him to not be so angry. I don't want him drinking. Because all that's going to do for me is make this whole process even worse. And yeah, I may be sounding selfish, but I'm taking care of a man that's extremely mean to me and has been. I just want him to go out in this world with no evil in his heart, no negative, right? Because you guys know he's going to die, right? He even said that to me the other day. You know I'm dying, right? I'm like, yeah, we all are. I try to joke around with him about it. See, I've been sitting here because I don't want to miss nothing, and I want to go make a propel, and I can't because I don't want to miss anything. Too bad. I'm gonna go get one. Hold up. Thank you. I need some peace too. I'm going to be honest with you. I need some peace too because, I've been angry with him because of his drinking and how I get treated. But, I need to calm my ass down too. I know that. I know. Jesus. Why does he do that? I don't even. Guy, get your face out of the screen. Yeah, I know. I'm stronger than I know I'm strong. I know I'm one badass bitch. I don't know how I do it, but you know what? That's a good quality I have, right? Yeah. Because you know what happens? My mom was my best friend. Okay, she had me at 16 and she died at 67. I mean, way too young. I had to be strong for the rest of the family, right? And I never cried. And I've never made sure that she seen me cry. I did once, twice. I lost it. And the day before she died, I was hugging her on the bed. She didn't open her eyes, right? But I would question her every half an hour to an hour. Who am I? What's my name? I would do that. And she talked to me up until a half an hour before she died. She would answer my questions. And if she didn't hear from me, she would say, "Oh, I almost said my name." She would call out my name and say, "Where are you at?" She was playing with my hair, and I said, "Mama, it's okay for you to go. I'll be okay." And she died the following day because I was being selfish, keeping her alive. People, I was. And then I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm making her suffer." Because I did not want to lose her. Oh, God. Okay, they're coming soon. I'm here listening. I'm looking for something. Okay. Yeah, I had to take a moment of silence. Thank you. Shit's hard, you guys. Ugh. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Just because I got to deal with this shit all over again. Cancer sucks.
Okay, thank you very much. This is big stuff. Appreciate you being here. Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlawed dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi, and the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently in an operation known as Midnight Hammer, all perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Manduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Manduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an extraordinary success overnight with breathtaking speed, power, precision, and competence. You rarely see anything like it. You've seen some raids in this country that didn't go so well. They were an embarrassment. If you look back to Afghanistan, or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days, they were different days. We're a respected country again, like maybe like never before. These highly trained warriors operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement caught them in a very ready position. They were waiting for us. They knew we had many ships out in the sea, just sort of waiting. They knew we were coming. So they were in a ready, what's called a ready position. But they were completely overwhelmed and very quickly incapacitated. If you would have seen what I saw last night, you would have been very impressed. I'm not sure that you'll ever get to see it, but it was an incredible thing to see. Not a single American service member was killed, and not a single piece of American equipment was lost. We had many helicopters, many planes, many people involved in that fight. But think of that, not one piece of military equipment was lost, not one service member was, more importantly, killed. The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome military on the planet by far, with capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world.
There's no equipment like what we have. And you see that even if you just look at the boats, you know, we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by sea. 90%. Each boat kills 25, on average, 25,000 people. We knocked out 97%. And those drugs mostly come from a place called Venezuela. We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela. And that includes many from Venezuela that are now living in the United States and want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if we needed to do so. We actually assumed that a second wave would be necessary, but now it's probably not. The first wave, if you'd like to call it that, the first attack was so successful, we probably don't have to do a second, but we're prepared to do a second wave, a much bigger wave, actually. This was pinpoint, but we have a much bigger wave that probably won't have to do. This partnership of Venezuela with the United States of America, a country that everybody wants to be involved with because of what we were able to do and accomplish, will make the people of Venezuela rich, independent, and safe. And it will also make the many, many people from Venezuela that are living in the United States extremely happy. They suffered. They suffered. So much was taken from them. They're not going to suffer anymore. The illegitimate dictator Manduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States. As alleged in the indictment, he personally oversaw the vicious cartel known as Cartel de las Solas, which flooded our nation with lethal poison, responsible for the deaths of countless Americans, the many, many Americans, hundreds of thousands over the years of Americans died because of him. Manduro and his wife will soon face the full might of American justice and stand trial on American soil. Right now, they're on a ship they'll be heading to, ultimately, New York. And then a decision will be made, I assume, between New York and Miami or Florida. But we have people where the overwhelming evidence of their crimes will be presented in a court of law. And I've seen it. I've seen what we have. It's both horrible and breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his term as president of Venezuela expired, Maduro remained in power and waged a ceaseless campaign of violence, terror, and subversion against the United States of America, threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to trafficking gigantic amounts of illegal drugs that inflicted untold suffering and human destruction all over the country, all over, in particular, the United States. Maduro sent savage and murderous gangs, including the bloodthirsty prison gang, Tren de Aragua, to terrorize American communities nationwide. And he did indeed. They were in Colorado. They took over apartment complexes. They cut the fingers off people if they called police. They were brutal, but they're not so brutal now. And I just have to congratulate our military, Pete, and everybody, and our National Guard, because the job that they've done, whether it's in Washington, D.C., where we have a totally safe city, where it was one of the most unsafe cities anywhere in the world, frankly, and now we have no crime in Washington, D.C. We haven't had a killing. We had the terrorist attack a few weeks ago. A little bit of a different kind of a threat, but we haven't had a killing in a long period of time, 6-7 months. We used to have two, on average, 2 a week in Washington, our capital. We don't have that anymore. The restaurants are opening. Everyone's happy. They're going, they're walking their daughters, they're walking their children, their wives, they walk to restaurants. Restaurants are opening all over Washington, D.C. So I want to thank the National Guard. I want to thank our military, and I want to thank law enforcement. It's been amazing. And they should do it with more cities. We're doing it, as you know, and we're doing it in Memphis, Tennessee right now, and crime is down. We've just sort of started a few weeks ago, but crime is down now 77%. And the governor of Louisiana called, great person, and he wanted us to help him, as you know, in a certain very nice part of Louisiana, and we have done that. It was a rough section, and we have crime down. I understand it's down to almost nothing already after 2.5 weeks. New Orleans, it's down to almost nothing, and we've only been there for 2.5 weeks. Can't imagine why governors wouldn't want us to help. We also helped, as you know, in Chicago, and crime went down a little bit there. We did a very small help because we had no working ability with the governor. The governor was a disaster, and the mayor was a disaster. But it knocked down crime. But we're pulling out of there when they need us. We'll know. You'll know. You'll be writing about it. And likewise, Los Angeles, where we saved Los Angeles early on, where the head of the police department made a statement that if the federal government didn't come in, we would have lost Los Angeles. That's long after the fires. That's when they had the riots in Los Angeles. We did a great job. Got no credit for it whatsoever, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We don't need the credit. But we'll be pulling out when they need us. They'll call, or we'll go back if we have to. We'll go back. But we did a great job in various cities. But the place that we're very proud of is Washington, D.C., because it's our nation's capital. We took it from being a crime-ridden mess to being one of the safest cities in the country. But the gangs that they sent raped, tortured, and murdered American women and children. They were in all of the cities I mentioned, Tren de Aragua. And they were sent by Maduro to terrorize our people. And now Maduro will never again be able to threaten an American citizen or anybody from Venezuela. There will no longer be threats. For years, I've highlighted the stories of those innocent Americans whose lives were so heartlessly robbed by this Venezuelan terrorist organization. Really one of the worst. One of the worst, they say the worst. Americans like 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungari from Houston. Beautiful Jocelyn Nungari, what happened to her? They, as you know, they kidnapped, assaulted, and murdered by Tren de Aragua animals. They murdered Jocelyn and left her dead under the bridge. There was a bridge that will never be the same to so many people after seeing what happened. As I've said many times, the Maduro regime emptied out their prisons, sent their worst and most violent monsters into the United States to steal American lives. And they came from mental institutions and insane asylums. They came from prisons and jails. The reason I say both, they sound similar. Actually, prisons a little bit more hostile, a little bit tougher. A mental institution isn't as tough as an insane asylum, but we got them both. They sent from their mental institutions. They sent from their jails, prisons. They were drug dealers. They were drug kingpins. They sent everybody bad into the United States, but no longer. And we have now a border where nobody gets through. In addition, Venezuela unilaterally seized and sold American oil, American assets, and American platforms, costing us billions and billions of dollars. They did this a while ago, but we never had a president that did anything about it. They took all of our property. It was our property. We built it. And we never had a president that decided to do anything about it. Instead, they fought wars that were 10,000 miles away. We built Venezuela oil industry with American talent, drive, and skill, and the socialist regime stole it from us during those previous administrations, and they stole it through force. This constituted one of the largest thefts of American property in the history of our country. Considered the largest theft of property in the history of our country. Massive oil infrastructure was taken like we were babies, and we didn't do anything about it. I would have done something about it. America will never allow foreign powers to rob our people or drive us back into and out of our own hemisphere. That's what they did. Furthermore, under the now deposed dictator Maduro, Venezuela was increasingly hosting foreign adversaries in our region and acquiring menacing offensive weapons that could threaten U.S. interests and lives. And they used those weapons last night. Potentially in league with the cartels operating along our border. All of these actions were in gross violation of the core principles of American foreign policy, dating back more than 2 centuries, and not anymore. All the way back, it dated to the Monroe Doctrines. And the Monroe Doctrine is a big deal, but we've superseded it by a lot, by a real lot. They now call it the Monroe Document. I don't know. It's Monroe Doctrine. We sort of forgot about it. It was very important, but we forgot about it. We don't forget about it anymore. Under our new national security strategy, American dominance in the Western Hemisphere will never be questioned again. Won't happen. So just in concluding, for decades, other administrations have neglected or even contributed to these growing security threats in the Western Hemisphere. Under the Trump administration, we are reasserting American power in a very powerful way in our home region. And our home region is very different than it was just a short while ago. The future will be, and we did this in my first term. We had great dominance in my first term, and we have far greater dominance right now. Everyone's coming back to us. The future will be determined by the ability to protect commerce and territory and resources that are core to national security. These are core to our national security. Just like tariffs are, they've made our country rich, and they've made our national security stronger than ever before. But these are the iron laws that have always determined global power. And we're going to keep it that way. We will secure our borders. We will stop the terrorists. We will crash the cartels, and we will defend our citizens against all threats, foreign and domestic. Other presidents may have lacked the courage or whatever to defend America, but I will never allow terrorists and criminals to operate with impunity against the United States. This extremely successful operation should serve as warning to anyone who would threaten American sovereignty or endanger American lives. Very importantly, the embargo on all Venezuelan oil remains in full effect. The American Armada remains poised in position, and the United States retains all military options until United States demands have been fully met and fully satisfied. All political and military figures in Venezuela should understand what happened to Maduro can happen to them, and it will happen to them if they aren't just, fair, even to their people. The dictator and terrorist, Maduro, is finally gone in Venezuela. People are free. They're free again. It's been a long time for them, but they're free. America is a safer nation. This morning, it's a prouder nation this morning because it didn't allow this horrible person and this country that was doing very bad things to us. It didn't allow it to happen. And the Western Hemisphere is right now a much safer place to be. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank General Raisin Kane. He's a fantastic man. I've worked with a lot of generals. I worked with some I didn't like. I worked with some I didn't respect. I worked with some that just weren't good. But this guy is fantastic. I watched last night one of the most precise attacks on sovereignty. I mean, it was an attack for justice. And I'm very proud of him. And I'm very proud of our Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, who I'm going to ask to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, can you explain how the U.S. will run Venezuela?
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Finally, a commander-in-chief the world respects and the American people deserve. And as the president said, words can barely capture the bravery and the power and the precision of this historic operation, a massive joint military and law enforcement raid flawlessly executed by the greatest Americans our country has to offer. American warriors are second to none, the best in the world and the best of our country. What all of us witnessed last night was sheer guts and grit, gallantry, and glory of the American warrior. I'm simply humbled by such men. And I tip my hat to our chairman, Dan Raisin Kane, and all those Americans who stood watch last night. Our warriors are the elite of America. And again, President Trump has your back. No other country on planet Earth, and it's not even close, could pull this kind of operation off. And no other president has ever shown this kind of leadership, courage, and resolve, the most powerful combination the world has ever seen. As the president said, our adversaries remain on notice. America can project our will anywhere, anytime. The coordination, the stealth, the lethality, the precision, the very long arm of American justice, all on full display in the middle of the night. Nicolas Maduro had his chance, just like Iran had their chance, until they didn't and until he didn't. He effed around and he found out. President Trump is deadly serious about stopping the flow of gangs and violence to our country, deadly serious about stopping the flow of drugs and poison to our people, deadly serious about getting back the oil that was stolen from us, and deadly serious about reestablishing American deterrence and dominance in the Western Hemisphere. This is about the safety, security, freedom, and prosperity of the American people. This is America first. This is peace through strength. And the United States War Department is proud to help deliver it. Welcome to 2026. And under President Trump, America is back. I'd like to welcome now our chairman, Chairman Raisin Kane, to give a few more details about the operation. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Mr. President, and good morning. Last night, on the order of the President of the United States and in support of a request from the Department of Justice, as the President said, the United States military conducted an apprehension mission in Caracas, Venezuela, to bring to justice two indicted persons, Nicolas and Cecilia Maduro. This operation, known as Operation Absolute Resolve, was discreet, precise, and conducted during the darkest hours of January 2nd, and was the culmination of months of planning and rehearsal, an operation that, frankly, only the United States military could undertake. What I'd like to do this morning is talk to you through some of the preparation and the details without compromising any of our tactics, techniques, and procedures. There is always a chance that we'll be tasked to do this type of mission again. Our interagency work began months ago and built on decades of experience of integrating complex air, ground, space, and maritime operations. While the past 2 decades have honed the skills of our special operations forces, this particular mission required every component of our joint force, with soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Guardians working in unison with our intelligence agency partners and law enforcement teammates in an unprecedented operation. We leveraged our unmatched intelligence capabilities and our years of experience in hunting terrorists, and we could not have done this mission without the incredible work by various intelligence agencies, including the CIA, NSA, and NGA. We watched, we waited, we prepared, we remained patient and professional. This mission was meticulously planned, drawing lessons from decades of missions over the last many years, many missions over these last many years. This was an audacious operation that only the United States could do. It required the utmost of precision and integration within our joint force. And the word integration does not explain the sheer complexity of such a mission. An extraction so precise, it involved more than 150 aircraft launching across the Western Hemisphere in close coordination, all coming together in time and place to layer effects for a single purpose: to get an interdiction force into downtown Caracas while maintaining the element of tactical surprise. Failure of one component of this well-oiled machine would have endangered the entire mission, and failure is never an option for America's joint force. Those in the air over Caracas last night were willing to give their lives for those on the ground and in the helicopters. Let me talk a little bit about the preparation. After months of work by our intelligence teammates to find Manduro and understand how he moved, where he lived, where he traveled, what he ate, what he wore, what were his pets, in early December, our force was set pending a series of aligned events. Key was choosing the right day to minimize the potential for civilian harm and maximize the element of surprise and minimize the harm to the indicted personnel, so as the president said, they could be brought to justice. And as the president said earlier today, weather in Venezuela is always a factor this time of the year. And over the weeks through Christmas and New Year's, the men and women of the United States military sat ready, patiently waiting for the right triggers to be met and the president to order us into action. Last night, the weather broke just enough, clearing a path that only the most skilled aviators in the world could maneuver through. Ocean, mountain, low cloud ceilings, but when tasked with a mission, this organization does not quit. At 10:46 p.m. Eastern time last night, the president ordered the United States military to move forward with this mission. He said to us, and we appreciate it, Mr. President, good luck and Godspeed. And those words were transmitted to the entire joint force. Over the course of the night, aircraft began launching from 20 different bases on land and sea across the Western Hemisphere. In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night. Thousands and thousands of hours of experience were airborne. Our youngest crew member was 20, and our oldest crew member was 49, and there's simply no match for American military might. As the night began, the helicopters took off with the extraction force, which included law enforcement officers, and began their flight into Venezuela at 100 feet above the water. As they approached Venezuelan shores, the United States began layering different effects provided by Spacecom, Cybercom, and other members of the interagency to create a pathway. Overhead, those forces were protected by aircraft from the United States Marines, the United States Navy, the United States Air Force, and the Air National Guard. The force included F-22s, F-35s, F-18s, EA-18s, E-2s, B-1 bombers, and other support aircraft, as well as numerous remotely piloted drones. As the force began to approach Caracas, the Joint Air Component began dismantling and disabling the air defense systems in Venezuela, employing weapons to ensure the safe passage of the helicopters into the target area. The goal of our air component is, was, and always will be to protect the helicopters and the ground force and get them to the target and get them home. As the force crossed the last point of high terrain where they'd been hiding in the clutter, we assessed that we had maintained totally the element of surprise. As the helicopter force ingressed towards the objective at low level, we arrived at Maduro's compound at 1:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 2:01 a.m. Caracas local time, and the apprehension force descended into Maduro's compound and moved with speed, precision, and discipline towards their objective and isolated the area to ensure the safety and security of the ground force while apprehending the indicted persons. On arrival into the target area, the helicopters came under fire, and they replied with that fire with overwhelming force and self-defense. One of our aircraft was hit, but remained flyable, and as the president said earlier today, all of our aircraft came home, and that aircraft remained flyable during the rest of the mission. As the operation unfolded at the compound, our air and ground intelligence teams provided real-time updates to the ground force, ensuring those forces could safely navigate the complex environment without unnecessary risk. The force remained protected by overhead tactical aviation. Maduro and his wife, both indicted, gave up and were taken into custody by the Department of Justice, assisted by our incredible U.S. military with professionalism and precision, with no loss of U.S. life. After securing the indicted persons, the force began to prep for departure. Helicopters were called in to exfiltrate the extraction force, while fighter aircraft and remotely piloted aircraft provided overhead coverage and suppressive fire. There were multiple self-defense engagements as the force began to withdraw out of Venezuela. The force successfully exfiltrated and returned to their afloat launch bases, and the force was over the water at 3:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with indicted persons on board. And both Maduro and his wife were embarked aboard the USS Iwo Jima. In closing, what we've witnessed today is a powerful demonstration of America's joint force. We think, we develop, we train, we rehearse, we debrief, we rehearse again and again, not to get it right, but to ensure that we cannot get it wrong. Our jobs are to integrate combat power so when the order comes, we can deliver overwhelming force at the time and the place of our choosing against any foe anywhere in the world. I am immensely proud today of our joint force and filled with gratitude to represent them here today. There is simply no mission too difficult for these incredible professionals and the families that stand by them and support them. As we stand here this morning, our forces remain in the region at a high state of readiness, prepared to project power, defend themselves, and our interests in the region. This operation is a testament to the dedication and unwavering commitment to justice and our resolve to hold accountable those who threaten peace and stability. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women who executed this mission. Their courage and tireless commitment to our nation are what makes us strong. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I don't have much to add to what you've heard now, other than the following points. Nicolas Maduro was indicted in 2020 in the United States. He is not the legitimate president of Venezuela. That's not just us saying it. The first Trump administration, the Biden administration, the second Trump administration, none of those three recognized him. He's not recognized by the European Union and multiple countries around the world. He is a fugitive of American justice with a $50 million reward, which I guess we saved $50 million. And
We should make sure.
yeah, exactly. But
Don't let anybody claim it. Nobody deserves it but us.
But I want to be clear about one thing. Nicolas Maduro had multiple opportunities to avoid this. He was provided multiple very, very, very generous offers and chose instead to act like a wild man, chose instead to play around. And the result is what we saw tonight. The other message here is the following. You have a guy, like many people around the world, they like to play games. You have a guy who decides he's going to invite Iran into his country, is going to, do the confiscation of American oil companies, is going to flood our country with gang members, is going to take Americans prisoner and try to hold them for hostage and trade them like he was able to do with the Biden administration. Basically likes to play games all this time and thinks nothing's going to happen. And I hope what people now understand is we have a president. The 47th president of the United States is not a game player. When he tells you that he's going to do something, when tells you he's going to address a problem, he means it. He actions it. I can tell you, I've watched this process now for 14, 15 years, been around it. Everybody talks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. When I get there, we're going to do this. We're going to take. This is a president of action. Like, I don't understand yet how they haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know. Because this is the way it's going to play out. And I think people need to understand that this is not a president that just talks and does letters and press conferences. And, if he says he's serious about something, he means it. And this is something that was a direct threat to the national interest of the United States. And the president addressed it. There's a president of peace, by the way. I told you what I just said earlier. This guy had multiple opportunities to find his way somewhere else and figure out another. He could have been living somewhere else right now, very happy. But instead, he wanted to play big boy. And so now, he's got other sets of problems on his hands. And but I think the message here should be for the world. Look, the president doesn't go out looking for people to pick fights with. He's not generally wants to get along with everybody. We'll talk and meet with anybody, but don't play games. Don't play games with this president's in office because it's not going to turn out well. And so I hope that, I guess that lesson was learned last night, and we hope it'll be instructive moving forward.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
You said that the U.S. is going to run Venezuela. So who's in power right now?
Well, we're going to be running it with a group, and we're going to make sure it's run properly. We're going to rebuild the oil infrastructure, which will cost billions of dollars. It'll be paid for by the oil companies directly. They will be reimbursed for what they're doing, but it's going to be paid. And we're going to get the oil flowing the way it should be. As you know, it was just a minor flow. It was actually a minor flow for what they have. But we're going to run it properly, and we're going to make sure the people of Venezuela are taken care of. We're going to make sure the people that were forced out of Venezuela by this thug are also taken care of.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Does the U.S. running the country mean that U.S. troops will be on the ground? How will that work?
Well, they always say boots on the ground. Oh, so we're not afraid of boots on the ground if we have to have. We had boots on the ground last night at a very high level, actually. We're not afraid of it. We don't mind saying it. But we're going to make sure that that country is run properly. We're not doing this in vain. This is a very dangerous attack. This is an attack that could have gone very, very badly. Could have gone very badly. We could have lost a lot of people last night. We could have lost a lot of dignity. We could have lost a lot of equipment. The equipment is less important, but we could have lost a lot. And we're going to make sure that this is proper. We're there now. We're ready to go again if we have to. We're going to run the country right. It's going to be run very judiciously, very fairly. It's going to make a lot of money. We're going to give money to the people. We're going to reimburse people that were taken advantage of. We're going to take care of everybody. It's very important. We couldn't let them get away with it. They stole our oil. We built that whole industry there, and they just took it over like we were nothing. And we had a president that decided not to do anything about it. So we did something about it. We're late, but we did something about it. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, can you explain the exact mechanism by which you're going to run the country? Are you going to designate a U.S. official to coordinate?
It's all being done right now. designating people. We're talking to people. We're designating various people, and we're going to let you know who those people are.
Mr. President, what group you mentioned that would run Venezuela?
Well, it's largely going to be for a period of time the people that are standing right behind me. We're going to be running it. We're going to be bringing it back. It's a dead. I talk about a dead country. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're a country doing better than any country anywhere in the world. And it required leadership. Venezuela has a lot of bad people in there, a lot of bad people that shouldn't be leading. We're not going to take a chance that one of those people take over for Manduro. So you can look at, and others, we have fantastic people, including people in the military. So we're going to have a group of people running it until such time as it can be put back on track, make a lot of money for the people, and give people a great way of life, and also reimbursement for people in our country that were forced out of Venezuela.
Rubio would be. You said earlier today that you weren't going to back Machado to come back and be the opposition leader in your Fox and Friends interview. And then you also mentioned the vice president of Venezuela. Are you going to work with the vice president of Venezuela, or how do you foresee the relationship
Well, I
going?
understand she was just sworn in, but she was, as you know, picked by Maduro. So Marco's working on that directly. Just had a conversation with her, and she's essentially willing to do what we think is necessary to make Venezuela great again. Very simple.
Mr. President, Colombian President Gustavo Petro, a couple weeks ago, he said he's got to watch his ass. And today, he said he's not concerned about anything happening to him in the aftermath of this operation. So, just what your message is
Well,
about
he
that.
has cocaine mills. He has factories where he makes cocaine. And yeah, I think I stick by my first statement. He's making cocaine. They're sending it into the United States. So he does have to watch his ass.
Mr. President, did you notify any members of Congress in advance?
Marco, do you want to talk about that? Because you were involved.
Sure. We call members of Congress immediately after. This was not the kind of mission that you can do congressional notification on. It was a trigger-based mission in which conditions had to be met night after night. We watched and monitored that for a number of days. So it's just simply not the kind of mission you can call people and say, hey, we may do this at some point in the next 15 days. But it's largely a law enforcement function. Remember, at the end of the day, at its core, this was an arrest of 2 indicted fugitives of American justice, and the Department of War supported the Department of Justice in that job. Now, there are broader policy implications here, but it's just not the kind of mission that you can pre-notify because it endangers the mission.
Well, if I could add one thing to that, Congress has a tendency to leak. This would not be good. If they leaked, General, I think it would have been maybe a very different result. But I have to say, they knew we were coming at some point, We had a lot of ships out there. They sort of knew we were coming. We were. But Congress will leak, and we don't want leakers.
Mr. President, you were one of the only people to watch this all play out live. What was Maduro doing when the U.S. forces entered what I assume would be his home? And also, was there any point where the U.S. was considering if Maduro pushed back or resisted killing Maduro?
It could have happened. It could have happened. He was trying to get into a safe place. The safe place is all steel. And he wasn't able to make it to the door because our guys were so fast. They went through the opposition so fast. And there was a lot of opposition. People were wondering, do we get them by surprise? Sort of surprised, but they were waiting for something. It was a lot of opposition. There was a lot of gunfire. You saw some of it today. But he was trying to get to a safe place, which wasn't safe because we would have had the door blown up in about 47 seconds, they say on average, regardless of how thick the steel was. It was a very thick door. It was a very heavy door, but he was unable to get to that door. He made it to the door. He was unable to close it.
So where is Maduro going to be?
Go ahead, finish.
Where is Maduro going to be in the time being right now? Do you know his exact
Well,
whereabouts?
eventually, ultimately, in the near future, he's going to be brought to New York.
And where is he going to be held? Where is he going to be held in New York? Do you know?
That's going to be up to the officials that do these things.
Mr. President, the U.S. has something of a mixed track record of ousting dictators without necessarily a plan for what comes afterwards.
Not with
Did
me,
that
though.
weigh on your decision?
Well, that's when we
making?
had different presidents, but with me, that's not true. With me, we've had a perfect track record of winning. We win a lot, and we win. If you look at Soleimani, you look at al-Baghdadi, you look at the Midnight Hammer. Midnight Hammer was incredible. Right now, you wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. We have essentially peace in the Middle East because of that. If we weren't successful with Midnight Hammer, you wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. So with me, you've had a lot of victory. You've had only victories. You've had no losses. Yeah.
Mr. President, can you? How long do you expect the U.S. to run Venezuela, and how soon do you want Venezuelan people to hold elections?
So I'd like to do it quickly, but it takes a period of time. You know, we're rebuilding. We have to rebuild their whole infrastructure. The infrastructure is rotted. It's actually very dangerous. It's a blow up territory. Oil is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing to take out of the ground. It can kill a lot of people. It has killed a lot of people doing just that. The infrastructure is old. It's rotted. Much of it is stuff that we put there 25 years ago, and we're going to be replacing it. And we're going to take a lot of money out so that we can take care of the country.
Are you saying that Secretary Rubio and
Mr. President, China, Russia, and Iran have interests in Venezuela. How does this operation affect your relationships with them when it comes to the oil
China
and drugs?
and Russia, Russia when we get things straightened out. But in terms of other countries that want oil, we're in the oil business. We're going to sell it to them. We're not going to say we're not going to. In other words, we'll be selling oil probably in much larger doses because they couldn't produce very much because their infrastructure was so bad. So we'll be selling large amounts of oil to other countries, many of whom are using it now, but I would say many more will come.
Are you saying that, Mr. President, are you saying that? Oh,
Mr. President, thank you. What is your message to the people of Venezuela today? Of course, the civilian population specifically, they have a lot of questions. What is your message to the people of Venezuela?
That you're going to have peace, justice. You're going to have some of the riches that you should have had for a long period of time. It was stolen from you. But you're going to have peace and you're going to have safety. You're going to have justice. You're going to have a country. You're going to have a real country. You're going to have potentially a great country. You know, if you go back 20 years, maybe even a little longer ago, that was a great country. And they destroyed it. Remember, I said that if we lose this election, the United States will be Venezuela on steroids. That's what would have happened. Had we lost the election, the 2024 election, we suffered so badly when you look at the border from 2020, what they did, what Joe Biden administration did to our country should never be forgotten. But if we had to go through another year of that, we would be exactly where Venezuela was in terms of, I used to say, if they win, we're going to be Venezuela on steroids. And that's what would have happened.
President, thank you. Are you saying that Secretary Hegseth and Rubio are going to be running Venezuela? And will you be sending in U.S. military
They're going
troops
to be
to
a team
provide?
that's working with the people of Venezuela to make sure that we have Venezuela right. Because for us to just leave, who's going to take over? I mean, there is nobody to take over. You have a vice president who's been appointed by Manduro. And right now she's the vice president and she's, I guess, the president. She was sworn as president just a little while ago. She had a long conversation with Marco and she said, we'll do whatever you need. I think she was quite gracious, but she really doesn't have a choice. We're going to have this done right. We're not going to just do this with Manduro, then leave like everybody else, leave and say, let it go to hell. If we just left, it has zero chance of ever coming back. We'll run it properly. We'll run it professionally. We'll have the greatest oil companies in the world go in and invest billions and billions of dollars and take out money, use that money in Venezuela. And the biggest beneficiary are going to be the people of Venezuela. And also, I can't stress this strongly enough, the people that got thrown out of Venezuela that are now in the United States. And frankly, some want to stay and some probably want to go back. Yeah.
So, Mr. President, what is being done to protect Americans in the country, and were any of the detained Americans
Well, right now they're
rescued
very
last
protected because nobody's going to mess with us. They're very protected. The people of, and we let them know that you better not touch one of them.
Are you concerned that bad elements of the Maduro regime will remain in place?
Well, we know who they are. We're on them, and they're acting much differently now than they would have acted 2 days ago.
And what can you
Okay,
say
wait,
about-
behind you, please.
Mr. President, why is running a country in South America America first?
Well, I think it is because we want to surround ourselves with good neighbors. We want to surround ourselves with stability. We want to surround ourselves with energy. We have tremendous energy in that country. It's very important that we protect it. We need that for ourselves. We need that for the world. And we want to make sure we can protect it. Yes, sir. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, is there a message here for Cuba and Diaz-Canel?
Well, Cuba is an interesting case. Cuba is, not doing very well right now. That system is not been a very good one for Cuba. The people there have suffered for many, many years. And I think Cuba is going to be something we'll end up talking about because Cuba is a failing nation right now, very badly failing nation. And we want to help the people. It's very similar in the sense that we want to help the people in Cuba, but we want to also help the people that were forced out of Cuba and living in this country. Do you want to say something about that, Marco, please?
Well, I mean, I just gave you a statement a few minutes ago about, when the president speaks, you should take him seriously. So suffice it to say, Cuba is a disaster. It's run by incompetent, senile men, and in some cases, not senile, but incompetent nonetheless. It has no economy. It's in total collapse. And by the way, they were, all the guards that helped protect Maduro, this is well known, their whole spy agency, all that were full of Cubans. I mean, they basically, it's amazing. This poor island took over Venezuela in some cases. One of the biggest problems that Venezuelans have is they have to declare independence from Cuba that tried to basically colonize it from a security standpoint. So, yeah, look, if I lived in Havana and I was in the government, I'd be concerned, at least a little bit.
Cutting off the oil flow to Cuba from Venezuela?
Well, the president already announced a week ago that anything that's sanctioned, it's sanctioned oil, it's not going to be allowed to get there. So that's an
The answer is yes.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
Is the U.S. aware of the location of opposition leader Machado, and have you been in contact with her?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
Mr. President, on Monday.
Oh, I think it would be very tough for her to be the leader. She doesn't have the support within or the respect within the country. She's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect. to be
Mr.
the
President, is
leader.
it possible that the U.S. ends up administrating Venezuela for years?
Well, it won't cost us anything because the money coming out of the ground is very substantial. So it's not going to cost
So
us
the U.S.
anything.
isn't going to dedicate
We
any
will.
money to
Well, we want
redevelopment.
safety there. We want to be surrounded by countries that aren't housing all of our enemies all over the world. That's what was happening, and you don't want to have that. But we're going to be rebuilding, and we're not spending money. The oil companies are going to go in. They're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. A lot of money is coming out of the ground. We're going to get reimbursed for all of that. We're going to get reimbursed for everything that we spend. So it's going to be a very important. This is a very big evening that took place last night. We have to be surrounded by safe, secure countries. And we also have to have energy, very important. We have to have energy that's real energy, not where they're getting 4% and 5% of the energy out of the ground. You take a look, it was such a disaster. So what's going to happen with Venezuela, I think, over the next period of a year is going to be a great thing. And the people of Venezuela will be the biggest beneficiaries.
Mr. President, on Monday,
U.S. military.
Mr. President, thank you. What did you last speak to Maduro about when you spoke? And is the
Well,
US
I don't want to
at
get
war
into
with
the
Venezuela?
conversations, but I did have conversations with him, and I said, you got to surrender. And I actually thought he was pretty close to doing so, but now he wished he did. Yeah.
Mr. President, can you explain? You said that Maduro is responsible for drug trafficking. You recently pardoned the former president of Honduras, who was convicted of many drug trafficking. Can you explain how these two situations are
Well,
different?
the
and would you ever
yeah,
pardon Maduro?
I endorsed, as you know, the winning president, the man who won in Honduras. I endorsed the man who won in Chile. I endorsed the man who won in Argentina. And we are doing very well with that whole group. What the man that I pardoned was, if you could equate it to us, he was treated like the Biden administration treated a man named Trump. That didn't work out too well for them. This was a man who was persecuted very unfairly. He was the head of the country. He was persecuted very unfairly. And there are a number of them. And we felt that it was a very unfair situation that happened to him. He's also a party member of the man who won. So obviously the people liked what I did. And one of the reasons that was done is because of the fact that the party in power felt very strongly that that man was treated very badly. I studied it very quickly, and then I studied it in great detail. I went to a lot of the people standing behind me, and they felt that that man was persecuted and treated very badly. That's why I gave him a pardon.
Mr. President, you referenced boots on the ground earlier. Can you just sort of button this up? Do you envision the U.S. military having a presence in Venezuela as the U.S. runs that
Well,
country?
no, we're going to have a presence in Venezuela as it pertains to oil, because we have to have, we're sending our expertise in. So you may need something, not very much. But no, we're going to be taking out a tremendous amount of wealth out of the ground. And that wealth is going to the people of Venezuela and people from outside of Venezuela that used to be in Venezuela. And it goes also to the United States of America in the form of reimbursement for the damages caused us by that country. So I want to thank you all very much. Thank you. Do you have one? Yes, please. You were so nice before. I'm going to give you the final question. Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Mr.
Unless it's a
President.
bad question, in
It's
which
about
case I'll
Putin.
go one. It's about who?
It's about Putin. If you want
About Putin. Well,
Okay.
that's always nice.
You had a
to talk
phone.
about Putin.
You had a phone call with him on
Yeah.
Monday. Did he talk at all about Maduro? Did y'all talk about this?
No, we didn't.
And
We
then-
never spoke about Maduro.
Are you mad at him right now? I mean, there's this
I'm not
intelligence.
thrilled with Putin. I'm not thrilled with Putin. He's killing too many people.
There was that
I
intelligence.
thought that would be so. I settled 8 1/4 war. You know what the 1/4 was? Thailand and Cambodia. I did it again. They broke out, and I did it in about 5 hours, and I settled it. I'm giving myself 1/4, so I'm up to now 8 1/4. In other words, I settled the war, but then they broke out. They had a pretty bad breakout over the last 4 days. I got them to go back to peace. So I only give 1/4. I thought the easiest one would be, one of the easier ones would be Russia, Ukraine. It's not. And they both have done some pretty bad things. And look, that's Biden's war. That's not my war. But I want to stop the lives. Did you see where last month, 30,000, it was 27,000 the month before. 30,000, mostly soldiers, were killed this last month. 30,000. I want to stop that. You know, I got NATO to pay 5% instead of the 2% that they weren't paying. They weren't paying 2, now they pay 5. And we send them a lot of munitions. We send them a lot of things, missiles and various other things, a lot. And they pay. The United States is not losing money. We're probably making money on that. It's the last thing I care about. I just want to stop all those people. We're losing 25, 30,000 human beings that come from 2 places that are very far away. But if I can stop, because it's something I've been pretty good at doing, deals, I guess. It's all a deal. Life is a big deal. But if I can stop that war and stop 30,000 young people, in addition to the fact that people are being killed in Kiev, people are being killed in other cities throughout, a much smaller number, but they're being killed, viciously killed. So I'm not happy about it. I thought that would be something that would get solved. We have Mr. Witkoff here. I think that we're making progress, but that's a war that should have never happened. If I were president, it would have never happened. Putin says it. Everybody says it. If I were president, that would have never happened. But I inherited that war. That was Joe Biden, Zelensky, and Putin. I came into the situation, and it's a mess. And I will say this. I watched an operation last night that was so precise, that was so brilliant. I mean, it was incredible. If we had our people, like this general and our people involved, that war would not have gone on very long, that I can tell you.
told me
That war, to use an old term, that war has become a bloodbath, and we want it to get stopped. Thank you very much.
Are you concerned a rogue Venezuelan general can take over the country?
Can you talk about your conversation with the vice president?
So there's that. All right. I'm cooking sausage for me and my dad. Every time I cook, I give him half the food. And people don't know my dad lives next door. I moved into the building to take care of my parents. So there's that, people. I'm looking up something for my girl, my headline bitch. Yes, I am. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, holy shit. Is this for real? Oh my God. Let's look at this. Oh, this is strange. Hold on. Oh my God. I got to put headphones on.
pictures of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that the president noted he was being transferred on to get here to New York to face charges in that indictment. I want to bring in CBS News national security contributor Samantha Vinograd. President Trump has said that these attacks on Venezuela were related to drugs. Was this a successful mission in that regard, or is it too soon to tell? And what does it say, too, that we're talking about an indictment that goes back to 2020?
Well, first off, what an incredible picture. This picture shows Nicolas Maduro in chains, blindfolded, on a ship after being captured by elite special forces. This picture is a proof of life, certainly, but this picture is also a message to others in Venezuela that have been indicted, that have been sanctioned, about ostensibly what their future could look like, and is a very powerful image in that regard. Now, as we wait for the president to speak, we're expecting him to say that this was about narco-terrorism. If that was the case, if this was about narco-terrorism, then the cleanup is not complete. Nicolas Maduro was indicted back in 2020 at the time, along with 14 other individuals. There are dozens of individuals and entities that have been indicted and sanctioned for narco-terrorism related reasons. So if this is really about narco-terrorism, there are a range of other actions we could see unfold in the coming days, in the coming weeks, to bring individuals that have been charged and sanctioned to justice. And part of the conversations behind the scenes with those individuals may be about relinquishing power, giving themselves up to avoid a fate like Nicolas Maduro.
The president noted, too, this morning that while this is about, he said, getting the drugs off the streets and how it's impacting Americans here, he was asked about the oil. I mean, Venezuela has a lot of it, and he said that we will likely be involved in some kind of way. Talk to about how it complicates factors.
Okay, I've had enough of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just seen that picture of him. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate that. If people don't know, I moved into the building where my parents lived. My parents were kind of like divorced, separated, so they had their own apartments. So I moved in here in 2012. My whole life, I quit my life, right, to take care of my parents. It is now 2026. Okay? So I better go to a happy place when I die. So yes, I completely stopped my own life in all forms. I don't go out. I don't do anything. Well, you know what? I would love to go out and do stuff, right? I mean, I could go do that, right? But boy, taking care of my mom was pretty deep. And I didn't want to leave my mom's side. I didn't. She was my best friend, man. She was beautiful, beautiful lady. Everybody loved her. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm kind of having a bad day. I'm not having a bad day. I'm emotional. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm tired. I'm exhausted mentally and physically from everything. No, I won't regret. And that's what I said to my brother and some other family members, right? I said, I don't want any regrets in my life. You sacrificed so much to care for your parents. I did. Yeah. But that's how it should be, right? Thank you. I would feel guilty, like if I went out with somebody, like, somewhere with a friend or whatever, when my mom was alive. I felt guilty, you guys. For real. Yep. It is. It is. I mean, me and my dad have our thing. You guys know that. He pisses me off. But it's still going to affect me somewhat, right? But to watch your parents die, you watch them twindle or whatever the word may be. It's a horrible thing. I don't wish it upon anybody, man. Hold on, I gotta go check my sausage. I don't like that you're doing it alone. Okay. Right? But no one likes my dad. That's the honest to God truth. Nobody wants to take care of him because he's such a mean man. He's so mean. He's been mean all his life. And you know what? I will say in the last few weeks, he's I know when he's sick because he's really calm and he's not drinking and he's nice to me. Everybody. And that's what I want for him the last of his days. To be comfortable, to not be so angry. And yeah, that's all I want. I am exhausted, man. I fucking I am. I can't even imagine how difficult it is. Oh, you know he's difficult. I talk about it. It's so hard dealing with a drunk. When I have all my life. He knows to stay away from me. But we butt heads, like when I go get Nala. I like go get my dog and leave. And then, we'll exchange words. It's so sweet. And I know I share Nala with him. And Nala has helped him through his cancer journey. Not me. Not me. Not me. Nala. Okay. People would ask me how I took care of him. I have stories. Yeah. So I share Nala with him. Yeah. She spends the night every Saturday, and then he sees her every day between 2 and 4 till 8 o'clock at night. I've been told I'm cold-hearted because I would never care for my mom. You know what? That's messed up because you know what? My dad, oh my God, what he did to me and my brother, the abuse was horrendous. The physical, and the mental, the emotional, verbal, but my brother would get it, I shit you not, 10 times or 100 times more than me, right? As in, like, I would get hit with the belt, I'd say 10 times, and he would get hit. It was nonstop. It's like, oh my God, I would cry for my brother, you guys. I was my brother's, like, mom. And my mom was afraid of my dad. Because I would say, why did you let him beat us like that? And she's like, well, because he'd get it. I would get beat. I'm like, Mom, really? But she did try to leave him and he would find us. He would find us. Sick people. Oh. Anyways, I want to show you guys this before I leave. I made a post because I need to protect myself. Hold on a minute. I feel I need to protect myself. I don't care. And I need people to know. I even liked it myself. YouTube Flames Trotter does not care about women and children. He is not what he stands for. He says he's close to coming for me. Am I in danger? He is abusing me verbally, body shaming me, and making my sexual assault as a 3-year-old sound like I want to come up. What the hell? This is not someone who cares for women and children. He says what I can or cannot cover on YouTube. He's mad because I've done videos on him, but I never once came at him in a threatening manner, calling him names. I tried to do stuff that was funny because I don't take YouTube serious. But when you're threatening me, calling me horrible names, he's calling me cracked out whore bitch. I'm ratchet. I'm geriatric. I'm fat. I got a pancake face. And the list can go on. I hope you're proud of yourself, Flames. You could have came to me privately. I would have worked with you if there was something that bothered you. And yes, I would have, because that's how I am. So with that said, I just want people to know out there, in my opinion, he does not care about women and children. And if you did, you would not be treating me like this. It's horrible. And the things he's done to me. There you go, people. I don't know if my life is in danger. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just saying. You know what? You know what else happened because of all these names? You know what came back? All the abuse. All the abuse my dad did to me. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Who does this? Who does this? Yeah. Sorry, guys. But thank you for letting me grieve and put out my grievances. I appreciate every one of you. You guys know that. And I will be live later. I'm going to feed me and my dad. Many ex-prisoners have an antisocial personality, neglectful mothers, and he hates women, man. He doesn't. And that ain't fair to me because I'm a good person. I'm good shit. You know what I would do? And you guys know this, just like the boys. If there was a situation that happened and I knew it was false, I would have his back because it'd be the right thing, right? Right? Because that's what you do. You correct people's wrongs. And don't take it as a negative thing. It's like, okay, helping me out, not a problem, right? Yeah. I would never do that to anybody. God, no. Okay, I'm going to go cook and feed me and my dad. And I appreciate every one of you. And I'm going to go to Cole soon. I think maybe I'll go tomorrow. No. Maybe tomorrow morning. Because I don't want to go because it's so busy after Christmas sales. I know I can get a nice fat outfit for me. A fat girl outfit. You know, some, what do you call it? What do you call those pants? Those stretchy pants. Oh my God. And a shirt. And then I will cam up because I do cam up and I will show you myself. But I love every one of you. I really do. And I mean that from my heart. People say that you can't love people on the internet. No, it's a different kind, right? There we go. Get me a shirt made with all those bad words on it, right? Those horrible words. Oh, bye, headline bitch. I was reading all your guys' comments, and you know what? It's a learning thing for me because, like I said, I don't understand everything this man has done, and I did know that the fentanyl is coming from China. Yeah, that part I did know about. But the people in Venezuela, they are taking his pictures of him down and all that shit. Us Ratchet Hose. Oh, it was Ratchet Hose? Oh. Okay. Pade Sturgis. Yeah. We'll see what's gonna happen, guys. I appreciate everyone's comments and everybody was cool and nobody got mad at each other, and that's what I like, right? When it comes to this kind of stuff, because I'm learning. I ain't smart. But I want to do a little Gypsy Rose later, her silly videos. I want to find one of Nick, but I want to try to find one that ain't so boring, you guys. Well, we will laugh. We will laugh. I will stay not muted so you guys can hear what I gotta say. That guy is crazy. But thank you for being here with me. Yeah. In Flames, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be anybody's ratchet friend that belongs at a hotel. Go to the hotel. God, that's sick. Fucking A. It's called on YouTube. It's called creator. What do we call this? I respect other creators in a sense, right? What do you call that? That's what you do on YouTube. You don't sit there and spew out hate like that. You're making enemies, man. Whatever. I guess I'm just a girl and words matter to me. That's all. Bye-bye.
Angry little Irishman with flames in his eyes, calling out the feds under Minnesota skies. Kids in J13 got the paperwork tight. DDS in the shadows moving through the night. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook car down and wild in the firelight. Ronnie Blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins. Plugs in the corner with the deal to make. Whispers in the dark, how much can you take? Minnesota wind carries the sound of vengeance roaring, tearing up the ground. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie Blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn and the chaos begins. Oh, the Trotter driveway burns so bright. Crook cartel running wild in the firelight. Lonnie Blue eyes with the devil's grin. Flaming wheels turn as the chaos begins.